Yeah. What's up? Starboy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Minute Today, USA Boxing. We are back with another one. As DJ Khaled would say, another one. We back with another one. And tomorrow, God willing, we're going to be back with another one. And the day after that, another one. And the day after that, another one. And another one. And another one. Hey, man, it is what it is. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Now, one thing about me, I've been accused of a lot of things online. You know, I have people say, oh, man, I don't like him. They say, they say all kind of crazy stuff about me. He's got he garbage, he whack, he this, he's that. They say all of those things. Right? I'm looking at receipts right now. One thing you can't say about me is I don't use clickbait titles. I don't use sensationalism to get anyone to click on the videos. When I say something, 25 times out of 10, I have the receipts. Now, I saw this. Now, I'm not going to lie. I saw this interview when it happened, probably like a couple of days ago. I saw this interview. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do, no, that's a lie. I knew I was going to do a show on it. I said, I got to do a show on this. I have to. Because I owe Leonard Floyd and Floyd Mayweather an apology. I was wrong. I was listening to a lot of the Tank Davis fans who hit me up and say all types of things and yada, yada, yada. Tank is a beast, he's a monster and all that stuff there, which we know he's a damn good fighter. We know that. And the reason why he ain't getting those top fights is because of Floyd. It ain't Tank. Tank will definitely be quick to jump in there with those guys. He want those type of fights. It's Floyd and them sheltering him and doing this and doing that. And I was even under the impression that, hey, they just want to keep all in-house fights because, hell, they even said that, hey, man, his team will handle that. When the question, but I'm going to tell you something I forgot. When Tank Davis fought Mario Barrios last summer, if I'm not mistaken, the reporter, Leonard Floyd was sitting to Tank Davis's right, and Floyd was sitting on the wall to Tank Davis's right. The reporter specifically asked Tank Davis, Tank, in the 135-pound division, who is it that you want to fight next? Tank sat there with his mouth half open, like that, and then he looked over to his right. And then the reporter kept asking him a question, then he kept looking at his right. And then Floyd interjected, his team will handle that. Like I said before, we have a plethora of fighters over here with Mayweather Promotions in the PPC. We don't believe in making another promoter rich. He said that, right? But prior to him saying that, Tank just sat there and looked at the reporter. He never answered the reporter's question. I overlooked that. I was like, damn, I thought maybe that Floyd had him on the leash and he couldn't speak for himself and he was just this mute that didn't talk and all that stuff there. That's what I was thinking. I owe Leonard Floyd and Floyd Mayweather an apology. I was wrong. I'm the type of person, if I'm wrong about something, if I do it in the public, if I'm wrong in the public space or on social media, where the error and the crime occurred, I have to go back on that space and apologize. I was wrong. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at the like button. Let's get into this. I was dead ass wrong, man. Leonard Floyd, I owe you an apology, sir. Floyd Mayweather, I owe you an apology, sir. I was wrong. Come to find out that you guys were not keeping big fights away from Tank Davis. Now, I will say this: promoters are, if they can make an in-house fight, they'll make an in-house fight because they want to keep the money on the inside and stuff like that. But there's an old rumor, old adage saying in boxing, not rumor, but old saying in boxing. When fighters want to fight, when two fighters want to fight each other, that's how fights get made. I've heard Bob Arum say that. I've heard Sam Watson say that. I've heard Eddie Hearn say that. I heard Frank Warren say that. I've heard Don King say this. I've heard Lou Duva back in the day say this. Kathy Duva. I've heard this from several promoters over the years. When you have two fighters that are adamant about fighting each other, like right now, Terrence Crawford been calling out Errol Spence for 5 years. Errol Spence is now saying, "Hey, yeah, Crawford, what's up?" He's even on social media. Now Errol Spence is trolling now, which I love it. I do love it. I love that side. You know, he's trolling Terrence Crawford now and doing this and that and yada yada. I like that. I like that. Two fighters badly want to fight each other. I like his answer when he said, "Man, the only fight I want is Terrence Crawford." And he's letting Al Heyman know that. Speaking out about that, right? I was under the impression, guys, that Tank Davis was doing the same thing and his team just didn't believe in him and they were sheltering him. I was wrong. I have the receipts. Now, Gervonta Davis admits that he never asked Floyd for big fights. So why is everybody mad at Floyd? Why? Why are the fans mad at Floyd? People were mad at Floyd because they thought Floyd was the one that was preventing Tank from fighting Lomachenko. People were mad at Floyd because people thought that Floyd was the one that was stopping Tank from fighting Devin Haney. People were mad at Floyd because we thought Floyd and Leonard was stopping Tank from fighting Teofimo Lopez when he was in the lightweight division and the other top guys. We was mad at him for that. Guess what? The anger was misplaced. Shout out to Jada. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam! Super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I got the receipt. I'm finna pull it up the receipt right now. Let's pull up the receipt right now. I have the receipt. So whoever gonna get mad, don't get mad at me. Get mad at what you hear. What you hear. Okay? Let me share this right quick. I want you guys to see this. So you don't think I'm capping. Oh, Coach, you making this up. This is our young brother, Tank Davis. This interview was held. As a matter of fact, let me blow it up a little bit. Oh, Coach, you hating. Putting words in people's mouths and stuff like that. Yep. Yeah, I got you. I know you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show this to you guys. This is Gervonta Davis, $1 million worth of game, episode 162. This is some rapper from Philly named Gillie The Kid. Very familiar who he is. I'm not crazy about his music. He wasn't no hell of a rapper to me, but that's neither here nor there. He has a very successful podcast, guys, and Tank Davis is on here, and he interviews a lot of fighters, and you're gonna hear it with your own eyes. So I just want you to see it first, because that's where you're gonna hear it from. Okay. Shout out to Mr. T for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He's not Tank no more. He's a Volkswagen. He's Volkswagen Davis. May he and Crying Garcia. He said Crying Garcia. Crying Garcia. That would kill me. Crying Garcia get knocked out and turned into a meme material. Okay. All right. Let's read this. Let's read. Let me do my opening intro, guys. We're gonna get right into it. Gervonta Davis recently did an interview on $1 million worth of game podcast. Where he was promoting his upcoming fight with Rolly Romero. The host, Gillie The Kid of Philadelphia, asked Gervonta Davis why he hasn't fought Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney. He also said that, hey, man, we want to see you fight those guys. We know you'll fight anybody, everybody. Guess what? You're going to hear it with your own ears. This is not hyperbole. This is not hate. This is not exaggeration. So I want anyone that's a Tank Davis fan and supporter, I want you to hear this with your own ears. If you haven't heard it, and you come to your own conclusion. I have came to mine. Because I go by what a person says out of their mouth. I don't go by, yeah, he said that, but what he really meant was this. And yeah, he said that, but what he really meant was that. And yeah, he said that, but see, you misinterpreted what he said. No. I'm not misinterpreting anything. I interpreted the way it was said. Simple as that, right? The water is wet. I don't need no interpretation of how wet the water is, okay? Now, the host, Gillie The Kid, asked Gervonta Davis why he hasn't fought Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney, and those other guys, right? Tank said he doesn't know. I'm gonna let you hear it with your own ears, right? But the follow-up question is what threw me aback. Shout out to Gillie The Kid. You did an excellent job in answering this question, because the question that you ask is the question that the people want to know. I love the way you did that. You set it up pretty good too, boy. That's real slick. I gotta give you. I like the way you snuck it in there. Like the way you snuck it in there, because you fleshed it out of Tank. I like the way you did that. I like that. I would have did the same thing. Gillie The Kid then asked Tank Davis, how many times have you ever told Floyd and Leonard Ellerbe? He didn't say by name, but he said, how many times have you walked in there and told them people, you know what I mean, that you wanted to fight Lomachenko, that you wanted to fight Devin Haney? Because this is what we was talking about. This is what they was talking about. That you wanted to fight Teofimo Lopez, that you wanted to fight the top guys. I want to fight these other guys. Now, the answer that I was expecting to hear, man, you know, man, I told them all the time, look, man, Floyd, Leonard, man, I want to get enough of the top guys, and this is why I'm leaving. I'm mad at Floyd and I'm leaving Floyd because, man, I want to fight the top guys, and they're not allowing me to fight the top guys. This is what I was thinking. Why? Because I heard it from Javonte Tank Davis's supporters in the chat. And when I go online and I do my research, I look at chats of other channels, and the diehard Tank Davis supporters, they all say the same thing. That's why Tank leaving and this and that, and some people saying he shouldn't leave. So the people who support Mayweather, they say, man, Tank shouldn't leave goddamn Floyd, man. Floyd made him a millionaire. Floyd made him rich. Which he did. Floyd did that. If he ain't fighting the top guys, it's because Floyd is the reason why that's not happening. Floyd jealous of Tank. And this is why he don't want him to fight the top guys and this and that. Remember that? Remember that? That's what they were saying. That's what they say, right? I did several shows where I was lambasting Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather. Guess what? Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather, I owe you guys an apology. I was wrong, sir. I was wrong. I owe you guys an apology, and I want to give Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather a round of applause for doing a phenomenal job with Tank Davis's career. Gillie The Kid then asked Tank Davis, how many times have you ever walked in and told Floyd and Leonard, hey man, I want to fight the top guys next? Gervonta Davis admitted that he never said it. He said, I never asked. He admitted that he never told Floyd or Leonard that he wanted to fight the other top guys in the division. At that moment in time, I realized that I was wrong to criticize Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe for not putting Tank in there with the best fighters. Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd knew something that we didn't know. I assumed, like a fool, that because Mayweather Promotions only made in-house fights, or that's what I thought, that was the reason why Tank wasn't fighting the top guys. If the man never requested, like Errol Spencer's requesting with Al, and Terrence Crawford has been requesting with Bob when he was with him, and now the Tyson Fury and the Dillian Whites and like these other guys, what my brother name from Alabama, Deontay Wilder requested he wanted to fight Tyson, Tyson Fury, this and that. Like these other champions who request to fight each other. Devin Haney, I want to fight Cambosos. Shakur Stevenson, I want to fight Oscar Valdez. The way these guys called each other out, I was under the impression that that's what Tank was going to say next. And I was under the impression that he was saying that, but his team was holding him back. I was wrong. Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather knew something that we didn't know. I assumed that because Floyd Mayweather Promotions only made in-house fights, that was the reason why Tank wasn't fighting the top guys. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. If the man never requested to fight Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and Teofimo, or the other top guys in the division, then why I was wrong for thinking that his promotional team, was holding Tank back. Tank never wanted those fights in the first place. Never wanted them. How do I know? Because if he did want those fights, he would have requested those fights from his promoters, just like Shakur Stevenson was requesting to fight Oscar Valdez and Jamel Henry. Just like Devin Haney is telling Eddie Hearn, look here, man, we need to make that fight happen, or you can't make it happen. I'm going to make that fight happen with George Cambosos. Just like Alexander Usyk wanted to fight Joshua, and Wilder wanted to fight Fury, and all these other fights. Crawford wanted to fight Spence, and Spence wanted to fight Crawford. All these other fights that we see get requested. He never did that. How do I know? That's what he said. Why is Tank upset with Floyd then? Why are you upset with Floyd? Why are you upset with Floyd? What did Floyd do? You can't get mad at Floyd for not putting you in the ring with top fighters. Guess what? You never wanted to get in there with the top fighters. You never requested it. So I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, just because he didn't request it don't mean he didn't want it. No. If you don't request it, you don't want it. Shakur Stevenson requested to fight Oscar Valdez. Had to run him down and make Oscar sign a goddamn contract. Devin Haney, we got plenty of examples of fighters breaking their neck to try to make fights going on right now today. We're not going to play semantics today. We're going to call it like it is. I apologize to Leonard Ellerby and Floyd Mayweather. I was wrong. Dead wrong. So for all the diehard Floyd Mayweather fans out there, Coach Malachi Williams from New Media Today, USA Boxing, I apologize. You guys was right. I listened to the Tank Davis fans. The Tank Davis fans were wrong. I apologize, and I'm going to give you guys a round of applause. Tank Davis cannot be mad at Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, for not getting him the top fights when he just admitted in this interview that he never asked for the top fights in the first place. So the question I have, I'm going to let you guys hear the receipts. I have the receipts. What do you guys think about this interview after you hear it? This one section, right? Do you feel that it's still Floyd Mayweather's fault for not landing Tank the big fights? Or do you feel that Floyd and Leonard did a good job and it's Gervonta Davis's fault for not requesting the big fights with Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and the other guys that's in the division outside of Mayweather Promotions? Let's do this. Let me get the super chat out the way, man. I see my brother Dantes drop the super chat. Shout out to Dantes for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Dantes says, I paused when he said that, coach. Wasn't expecting that. I would have said some shit different. Yeah. Hey, y'all said, coach, that's not Davis's job. It's Mayweather matchmakers that dropped the ball. Okay. I knew that was coming. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. I knew that was coming. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells. I knew that was coming. RJ say, you mad disappointed. RJ, highly disappointed. RJ, I'm highly disappointed, dog. I wanted it to be Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerby fought so bad. I'm highly disappointed. I can't even lie, dog. True. Man, I done went around, did a couple of shows scandalizing Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerby name, especially Leonard. Scandalizing their name, accusing them of things that were not true as it relates to Tank Davis. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I want to get the likes open. I want to hear from, we got 190 people watching and we got 69 likes. Must be a bunch of Tank Davis fans that don't want to click this, that's mad that they do not want to click the like button. Oh, I can't believe he gonna bring up what Tank said in that interview. I can't believe he doing that. I know you're mad. Don't get mad at me, baby boy. I ain't said that. I'm just pointing out the obvious. As a matter of fact, let me start running my big ass mouth and let's play the receipts. Let's go. Go here. Hold on, guys. Okay. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only. Let's go. Hold on, wait. Hold on, guys. I don't have it locked in. Sorry about that, family. Hold on. Bear with the old boy. It's not even on. All right, there we go. I'll let you guys hear it and you guys tell me what you think. Y'all come to your own conclusion. I already know what Devin Haney fans are going to say. I already know that. I already know what they're going to say. But let's continue.
What type of shit you on?
Listen, I want to see if they
I
lying.
want to see how hard a nigga.
I want to see if they fucking lying.
He trying to be out here like this
I
at
just want to
35.
test it. Like you don't know how hard somebody hit till you like test it yourself.
No, bro, that nigga like 3 weight classes over.
That's why in my fight now, like,
let me see this here.
I gotta get hit like a little bit so I can see how strong you is.
See, that's that street shit.
Like you gotta.
Once again, I do not own the rights to this material. It's for educational purposes only. Shout out to Gillie The Kid and his co-host of $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. This is the podcast. You guys can go check it out and hear it for yourself. This is it right here. Type in Gervonta Davis, $1 Million Worth of Game, episode 162, and you will see him right there, sir. Let's continue.
Touch me like a little on my arm or something.
Yeah, you gotta feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, you turkey. Oh, all right, you turkey, nigga.
That's why when niggas get hit and they ain't never been hit before, they go straight out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go straight out.
You always had that power, though.
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know.
All right, he's talking about the power. Tank always had power. They finna get to the question, though. He's coming up right now.
Fighting all my life.
You just always, even as the amateurs, that's what they used to say, though. Oh, no, that nigga, he could punch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's, I'm like, damn, he's stopping motherfuckers.
I used to come through Philly a lot.
Yeah.
You know, spawning.
All right, let's get to the point. Come on, man. Y'all get to the point. Here you go right here.
Philly and Baltimore, that's
same,
hub. So they, Philly would go down to Baltimore, try to get some work. Baltimore come up to Philly.
Yeah.
Philly would go to New York a lot too and try to get some work. It's right in the middle of.
Let's see.
What I'm saying?
Let's see.
Y'all. Now, another thing.
Here go the question. Here go the $1 million question. It's at the 22-minute and 15-second mark of the interview. Here go the $1 million question. Let's give Gillie The Kid a round of applause before I even let y'all hear it if you haven't heard it. I love the way he set this up.
Since a youngin, fight anybody. Since an amateur, fight anybody. Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody.
You heard what he say? He say, since a youngster, fight anybody. Since the amateurs, fight anybody. Now we know Tank will fight anybody. Us, the fans, feel like that you're not getting the fights that you're supposed to. I was one of those fans. A lot of content creators is one of those fans as well. He ain't getting the fights. We know he'll beat this dude. Remember, you know me, you know my motto. If you King Kong, your ass better be fighting Godzilla. If you the Powerpuff Girls, you better be fighting Mojo Jojo. If you Optimus Prime, you better be fighting Megatron. You know my motto. You know what I say. Let's continue.
Why is that? We want to see Tank and Lomachenko. Okay. Me personally, I'm on record, you could Google it. I always said Tank is going to knock Lomachenko the fuck out. Okay. Because Lomachenko defense is on the inside. And there's no way you're going to stand on the inside with a nigga that punched this hard and you're going to be doing all this shit. No, he's going to put you the fuck out. That's why when he fought Teofimo Lopez, who did I bet the money on? Teofimo Lopez. Because I said, this nigga's defense is on the inside. How is he going to fight this strong punching motherfucker?
Let me tell you something. The Gillie The Kid is smart. The way he set this question up was beautiful. It's a no-look pass. Magic Johnson, Showtime Lakers running down the court. You got Worthy on one end. You got Kareem running down the middle. You got Byron Scott. You got AC Green. He running down the court with the whole crew. Rambis. No-look pass. Tank ain't even see it coming. Let's continue.
On the inside. Won me easy 5,500. So for me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen and they anywhere.
Shout out to General Big Fish. I see you, man. Shout out to Devin Webster.
Hey,
for dropping that $2. Bam! Super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to my brother, General Big Fish, man. That's my brother. Shout out, salute to my brother, man. Let's go.
Around your weight class, we want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I don't. I
That's
ain't
the
got nothing
best
to do
answer
with
you
it. I
can
can't.
give.
That was real
That's
shit.
some
I
real
can't.
shit.
I can't. I don't know. That's like,
How many times you don't went in there and said, "I want these niggas, man"?
to be honest, I ain't never said.
You ain't
I don't
never-
even. Once they call me and be like, you might be fight, or after the fight, like after I won, they call me and let me know like you might be going back this time. All right, boom. So they called me around that time and like with a name,
Yeah.
but this time it's already situated.
Yeah, Rolly.
Yeah, because
You gonna ice him though. You putting that nigga out. I already know it. I
Yeah.
already know it. But I'm gonna keep it all the way real. That fight's gonna do really fucking good.
yeah,
It's gonna
do good.
that fight's gonna do really good on pay-per-view. Because one thing about Rolly, he gonna talk some motherfuckers into watching that shit.
Let's go back. Let's go back. I just in
Like,
case somebody new
And
to the
said, I
channel.
want these niggas, man.
Just come in.
happen.
Mm.
Motherfucking all.
Let's go. Let's go.
So for me, we want to see the money on. We'll be doing all this shit. No, fuck out. And Lomachenko, you supposed to fight anybody. More come up to Philly.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
You know, spawn.
Shout out to David Devon Webster. He said Gillie rocked him to sleep. Detroit versus everybody. Yeah, he put him to sleep with that one. He didn't see that one coming. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Let's continue. If you just tuning in, this is my apology show. I'm apologizing to Leonard and Floyd Mayweather because I was under the impression, based on what I was hearing from Tank Davis's fans and supporters, that hey man, y'all don't get mad at Tank. The only reason why he ain't getting those fights, it ain't because of him. He want to fight those guys. It's the Floyd Mayweather and them. They are keeping him from fighting the top guys and this and that. This is what they have been telling me. When I go around the different YouTube channels and go on the internet, on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, I see the same stuff. Come to find out, Floyd Mayweather and my anger towards, well, not my anger. I wasn't angry. My disappointment towards Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby was misplaced. Let's continue.
Well, Philly and Baltimore, that's
Yeah,
hub. So they, Philly would go down to Baltimore, try to get some work. Baltimore come up to Philly.
Yeah.
Philly would go to New York a lot too and try to get some work because it's right in the middle of, you know what I'm saying, of both of y'all. Now, another thing, Tank, since a youngin, fight anybody. Since an amateur, fight anybody.
Shout out to Baltimore Racks for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Baltimore Racks said y'all stop hating on the 3-time champion. Hold on, as a matter of fact. I'm not hating on him, sir. I'm not hating on him. He said y'all stop hating on the 3-time champion and give him some respect he deserves. Not disrespecting Tank at all. I don't know what you mean by that, sir. He said, you wrong, coach, because I say nothing when you ride for Bud. Bro, TMT for life. Where am I wrong at? Can anyone explain to me? Let's stop right there. I'm going to break this down like a 57 Chevy. This is going to be very, very easy for me to do. He said, stop hating on the 3-time champion. Can you tell me anything that I just said that was hate? Anybody in the chat, can anybody tell me anything that I said that was hate? All I said was, I apologize to Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather. How am I apologizing to Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather is hating on Tank? When I said that, hey, man, I was wrong for thinking that Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather were the ones that were the reasons why Tank were not fighting the top guys. Come to find out I was wrong about that. Because of what our brother Tank Davis just revealed out of his own mouth. Where am I hating at? Can anyone say where I hated at? Please, somebody tell me, where did I hate at? Shout out to the Mac Mob. Salute to my brother, the Mac Mob. Tell me, what did I hate at? What did I say? Anybody? Baltimore Racks, please break that down to me, brother. Where am I hating at? Let's continue.
Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody. Why is that? We want to see Tank and Lomachenko.
Okay.
Me personally, I'm on record, you could Google it, I always said.
See, I got 270 people in here and got less than 100 likes. I already know what this gonna be. It's gonna be a whole lot of Tank Davis. They're gonna be mad at the motherfucker. They ain't mad, really mad. They mad because I'm playing what Tank Davis is saying. I ain't saying nothing slick, smart, disrespectful. And if I decided to say something slick, smart, disrespectful, so goddamn what? It's my choice. You got one choice. You can leave. You can leave and go to another channel. You know me, I don't D-ride for no subscribers. Going on 13,000, I'm gonna be at 20 at the end of the year. I don't D-ride for no subscribers. So they come and go. You know me. You know what I mean? But hey, man, it is what it is. Let's continue though. Please tell me where I'm hating at. Somebody, please.
It's gonna knock Lomachenko the fuck out. Chenko.
Okay.
Me personally, that's fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody.
Yep.
Why is that?
Yep.
We want to see Tank and Lomachenko.
Okay.
Me personally, I'm on record, you could Google it, I always said Tank is gonna knock Lomachenko the fuck out.
Yep.
Okay.
Because Lomachenko defense is on the inside.
Yep.
And there's no way you're gonna stand on the inside with a nigga that punched this hard and you're gonna be doing all this shit. No, he's gonna put you the fuck out. That's why when he fought Teofimo Lopez,
he said that, he's breaking down. He's breaking down why he believed, that Teofimo was going to beat Lomachenko. And he's breaking down, hey, man, this is what the people want to see. We want to see you fight the Lomachenko. We want to see you fight these guys. All of us do. Why? Because we want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. You see what I'm saying? Let's continue.
who did I bet the money on? Teofimo Lopez. Because I said, this nigga's defense is on the inside. How is he going to fight this strong punching motherfucker on the inside? Won me easy 5,500.
Okay.
So for me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see.
So if someone want to see Tank fight Lomachenko, want to see him fight Devin Haney, want to see him fight Teofimo Lopez, want to see him fight any of the top guys in the division, is that hating, sir? Let's continue.
You fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen, and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I don't.
That was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I can't. I don't know. That's like.
How many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said.
Yeah.
I don't even. Once they call me and be like, you might be fight, or after the fight, like after I won, they call me and let me know you might be going back. So they called me around that time and like with a name.
Yeah.
But this time it's already situated.
Yeah, Rolly.
Yeah, cause
You going?
That's it, man. We ain't got to hear it no more. This is the name of the podcast. Let me drop the link for you. Dude said that I was hating because I apologized to Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Floyd. Okay. Let's see. Pace right there. That's the podcast right there. Anybody want to hear it for themselves? It's at the 22-minute mark if you want to hear that part. Let's drop the link. Shout out to Jamie Vasquez for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Baltimore Rex, I'm so dumb he can't even see he can even see that those words came out of Tank's mouth, not from you, coach. Dude is in his feelings. Yeah. Kobe says, coach, but why does a fighter have to ask for fights instead of the promoter just making it happen? Sir, I think you're totally missing the point. Kobe, for years, people, fans, Gillie The Kid, the guy who done the interview, has said, man, we want to see you fight these top guys. We want to see you fight the Lomachenkos. We want to see you fight this guy, that guy. the reason why we're talking about this today is because there was an injustice that was done to Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe as it relates to Tank Davis. People have been saying that Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather is the reasons why none of these fights have happened. People have been telling me that Tank Davis wanted to fight Lomachenko. He wanted to fight Devin Haney. He wanted to fight Teofimo Lopez. He wanted to fight all of the top guys. But the reason why he is not getting the fights is because his promoters are keeping him back. His promoters do not want to allow him to fight other people. But he has been requesting it. He wants these fights. This is what you have told me. Come to find out, that was a lie. So when you tell me, yeah, man, he wanted to fight, they keeping him back. Tank Davis said something totally different. He said, no, I ain't never said I called him guy. I ain't never said I wanted those fights. So which one is it? Is it he wanted the fights and his promoters were holding him back, keeping him from getting those fights? Or is it he never wanted those fights? And his promoters knew that, and they said, okay, man, we know you don't really want to fight these top guys, so we're just going to make in-house fights. Which one is it? Will the Tank Davis defense team please call in when these phone lines are open? As a matter of fact, let's see. Oh, we ain't got the lights up, buddy. But it's a bunch of fanboys in here today, buddy. These fanboys 38 hot, huh? That's okay. We ain't got to open up the phone line. I'm just sitting here and talk. I'm going to sit here and talk my shit then. So let's do this. I'm not even going to sound there long. If you are a Tank Davis fanboy and you are upset with me, Coach Malachi Williams, because I played an interview where your boy said that he did not ask for to fight any of the top guys in the division, and that I apologize to Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe because I accused them of doing something that they clearly did not do. Please feel free to leave. And if you subscribe to the channel, please unsubscribe. I will replace you. We don't need you over here. Care nothing about your feelings, care nothing about your emotions. And I'm not cursing anymore, so I'm being nice about it. My daughter right out there, so I can't curse. But I ain't cursing, so please feel free to leave. Please feel free to leave. There's a bunch of other boxing YouTube channels you can go to. Leave. Bye. ASAP. Rocky. Bye, Felicia. We holler. Let's continue. He says, unless we hear Tank turn down big fights, all responsibility for securing the major bouts falls on Mayweather Promotions and its matchmakers. Tank just answers the phone and says, sign me up for the fight. Okay, well, if that's the case, then what y'all need to do is stop going around online saying that, yeah, the reason why Tank is mad with Floyd Mayweather because he don't want to get him the big fights. Stop saying that. Don't stop saying that Tank want these big fights, but his promoters won't make the fights. That's clearly not true, based on what you're saying. He said, unless we hear Tank turn down big fights. Listen, the man said he never even requested any big fights. That's what he said. So, I know what I heard, you know what I mean? You take it how you want to take it. Take it how you want to take it. You know what I mean? So, once again, if you're upset, please feel free to leave and unsubscribe. I don't need you. If you are a fanboy of Tank Davis and you are upset, please feel free to unsubscribe. You can go to Fanon, you can go to any of the LDBC channel. You can go to any one of those channels over there. Don't need you over here. You know me, I'm the fanboy killer. I don't give a damn who your favorite fighter is. I don't care what city your favorite fighter from. I don't care about none of that stuff. I call it the way I see it. Someone please tell me where I'm hating at. Someone please tell me. Please tell me. I'm like Joe. I want to know. I want to know like Joe. I want to know like Joe. Let's continue, though. Let's continue. He say, look, man, Mayweather made it clear that he only wants in-house fights. Play the video, coach. Work smarter, not harder. Yes, he did say that. He did say that. He did say that. He did say that. But before he said it, I noticed when the reporter directly asked Floyd, as a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. I'm finna prove a point to you. I'm fixing to prove a point to you. Where is it? 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 Oh, I got it right here. Here we go.
Anything at all of where you'd like to their fight nights as far as 130, 135?
Now, what I want you to notice is this. When the reporter asks Tank Davis anything at all as it relates to 130, 135, who you want to fight, he immediately looks where? To his right. Instead of answering the question, instead of saying, hey, look here, man. Yeah, man, I want to fight this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. I'm going to talk to my team about it. Similar to what Errol Spence is doing, you know, what it was allegedly doing with Al Heyman trying to make this fight happen with Crawford. Similar to what Crawford was doing when he's talking to Bob Arum, trying to make this fight happen with Manny Pacquiao and then with Errol Spence. Similar to what Deontay Wilder did when he wanted to make the fight happen with Tyson Fury. Similar to what Shakur Stevenson did with Bob Arum. Hey, man, look here, baby boy. Hey, Bob Arum say, look, man, we're going to have Shakur Stevenson. We're going to have Oscar Valdez fight Burchell or some other guy. Not Burchell, but another guy. He like, look here, man. No, man, I want that fight. Similar to what all of these other guys are doing. Similar to what all of those other guys are doing. He looks at his promoter. So, far as I know, shit, that could be a cue for Floyd Mayweather. All right, man, look, man, Tank don't want to answer the question, man. Let me go ahead and speak up for him. Let me go ahead and take the burden. Let me go ahead and cover that for him so he don't get the ridicule. I'll take the shots. For all I know, shit, Floyd Mayweather could just be being a good promoter. Hey, look here, man. I done made this boy a millionaire. I'm going to just take these shots, man, for him because I know he don't want to talk and answer this question. But let's continue.
Anything at all of where you'd like to either fight nights as far as 130, 135? Anything at all?
Well, this team gonna take care of that. You know what I mean? I mean, our thing is this. You know, we work smarter, not harder.
Now you notice in that video when that question was answered, he immediately looked over to his right. The question was not posed to Floyd Mayweather. The question was posed to Tank Davis. Tank has a mouth. He's almost 30 years old. He'll be 28 this year. He can speak for himself, right? Now, if he said, yeah, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight that guy, I want to try to make that fight happen. And then his promotional team say, yeah, man, look here, man, we gonna handle that, yada, 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 blah, this, quasi. That's one thing. But it was a direct question answer. That's like you asking me a question, and then I look over to somebody to my right, and then they start speaking for me because they see I don't want to answer the damn question. You can look at that several different ways. You know what I mean? But let's continue, though. Let's continue. So, anyways, that's the way I see it. Shout out to Mills for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
You said, you know what I think? I think Mayweather always knew that Tank's confidence was weak as a fighter. Hey, man. Possibility. You know, I don't know the guy. So shout out to Carl Hansen for dropping that $7.99. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, Tank saying he never asked for any of the big fights is code for I'm still riding Floyd's nuts. And you know what? I kind of believe that Tank is not leaving Floyd Mayweather. I think he's going to resign. I don't know how true that is. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I don't think, you know, I don't see a reason not to. And then it reminds me of something Devin Haney said. Devin Haney, when he did an interview, he said, look here, man, if you don't plan on fighting the best fighters or making the big big fights happen, what's the point of leaving? You might as well resign with Floyd. That's what Devin Haney said. And I didn't catch on to that. And when he said it, I'm like, okay, because I was under the guise, the smoke screen that Leonard Ellaby and Tank Davis was, Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather was holding this young man back. We're going to hold you back right here. Because we know you want to fight those other guys like the Haneys and like the Shakur Stevensons and like those other guys are doing in different weight divisions. We know you want to do that. But what we going to do, we going to hold you back. We going to stop you from being great. The man said he ain't never even asked for the goddamn fights. Never. Closed mouth don't get fed. So if you don't ask for it, that means you didn't want it. That's how I was taught. That's what my mama Betty Jean taught me. That's what the old school cats taught me. Closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't ask for it, you don't want it. How about I know you're hungry if you don't tell me you're hungry? How about I know you want something if you don't tell me you want something? Just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. I'm going to open up these phone lines. Yeah, we still don't have a 200 likes, so I look like we got a lot of fanboys here today. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We just gonna rock out then. We just gonna rock out. Shout out to True Gritter, man. Y'all went to see my brother, man. True Gritter. I went over there and seen him, man. That's a big dude, man. That dude about 6'5". True Gritter, man. Salute to my brother, man. Raw Boy Fresh. Raw Boy, you got to call in, man. Raw, you got to call in today, dog. Raw Boy Fresh, you got to call in, dog. Boy, I got to talk to you, fam. I got to talk to you about this here, man. Hey, shout out to my brother Reggie Owens, man. Salute to Reggie Owens, man. Salute to my brother, man. Hey, Raw Boy, you got to call in, bro. You got to call in. Man, I've been around here, man, clowning Leonard, clowning Floyd. Yeah, man, they ducking and cherry picking, and they trying to make sure Tank don't fight none of the top dudes, and they ducking and cherry picking. I said all this shit. Come to find out, Tank said he ain't never even asked to fight any of the top dudes. You know how disappointed I was. I gotta take these videos down. Well, I went off on Floyd. When I went off on Floyd and Leonard for not making this fight, I think it was on like maybe 3 videos. So I am apologizing to Floyd Mayweather Promotions, and I'm apologizing to Leonard LB. I was wrong when I said, based on what I heard out of Tank Davis's mouth, not based on what I heard from a YouTuber's mouth, not based on what I heard from someone in the chat's mouth, based on what I heard from Tank Davis's mouth. As a matter of fact, just in case I'm misinterpreting it, because I ain't the sharp a butter knife in the drawer. Shout out to boxing, shout out to my main man Boxing Logic United for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Myra, what you say, family? Say, coach. Don't know if it's been mentioned already, but remember when Floyd talked about Loma? Tank said he trying to set him up. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday. Remember it like it was yesterday. Shout out, man, to the Mag Mob in the building. And shout out to my brother, man, Smith and West from Detroit. Detroit versus everybody. Detroit versus everybody. The boxing scientist, salute, fam, salute. As a matter of fact, shit, you know me, man. I could have misunderstood. I could have misunderstood. I could have misunderstood. I ain't got to play it again. I don't play it twice. And I dropped the link. You guys can hear it anytime you want to. It could be a misunderstanding on my behalf. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the ceiling. I'm not the sharpest butter knife in the kitchen drawer. Maybe I misinterpreted what I heard. Maybe when Gillie The Kid asked Tank Davis, he said, look here, man, when have you ever stepped in there in the office, man, and let them know, man, I want these niggas. If I can show you the body language in this interview, if I play this interview for you, I can show you the body language of Tank. He was twisting his hair like this. I can show you the body language, but I'm not going to do that. I'll let you guys see it for yourself. So it seems that our good brother, Floyd Mayweather and Leonard LB, it seems that they have been taking a lot of unnecessary. And you know what? This is the thing, though. Floyd Mayweather and Leonard LB never came out and defended themselves. They never came out and said, "Oh man, no, that ain't true." We wanted to make certain fights, but Tank didn't want to. He didn't really want the fights. So we just say, we're gonna keep everything in house, and they do keep stuff in house now. They do keep stuff in house. But listen, they just took all these shots. Tank Davis fans jumping on Floyd and Leonard. You guys told me that he wanted the fights. You guys told me that he has been requesting these fights. He want to fight those guys. That man said he ain't never requested not to fight anybody, any of those top guys. He was asked a direct question, and he replied with a direct answer. Now, you reaching, coach. Where am I reaching at? That's what the man said. The man said he ain't never asked for those top fights. Has Errol Spence ever asked for top fights? Yes, he has. Has Terrence Crawford ever asked for top fights? Yes, he has. Has Shakur Stevens going there and asked for top fights? Yes, he has. Devin Haney? Yes, he has. What's my brother from DC? Gary Russell Jr.? Yes, he whether he got him or not, that's irrelevant. But whether he got him or not, is that why he didn't get him, I don't know. Deontay Wilder, I want Tyson Fury. And he was on the other side of the street. With my main man there, Bob Arum, now Al Heyman made that happen. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. So I'm apologizing to Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe. I was wrong. They have done a phenomenal job with Tank Davis. The people who are fans of Floyd Mayweather, you were right. Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather did a phenomenal job with Tank Davis. They made him rich. He didn't have to fight any hard or tough, really competition. He didn't have to fight the best of the best in his division. They match-maked him very well, and they put a lot of money in his pocket. They did a damn good job. And let's give Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather a round of applause. They did a damn good job. Sometimes when you're wrong, you got to be man enough to admit when you're wrong. Sometimes when you're wrong, you got to be man enough to admit when you're wrong. I was wrong. Shout out to my brother boxing. Oh, shout out my main man Reggie Owens. He said Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have remained professional amid Tank Davis' false claims against them. I'm under the impression that shit. Floyd Mayweather and them holding them back, and they don't want to see the man be great, and that's the impression I was under. Come to find out, the man said, hey, I ain't never asked for none of these guys. I ain't never asked to fight none of these guys. And he said, to be honest, and this is what he said, to be honest, I never asked for it. Let's go.
I'm not sure. I ain't
That's
got nothing to do. That was real shit.
And they see you fight Lomachenko. Inside.
Okay.
On me easy.
Okay.
$5,500.
One of them easy $5,500. Okay.
So for me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen, and they
I'm finna body this.
Your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I ain't
got nothing to do.
Let's stop right there. He said, when are we gonna see? We want to see you fight the 4 horsemen, the guys in your division, the top guys. He said, when are we gonna see that happen? He said, I'm not sure. You know what he didn't say? He didn't say, man, the fights could have been happening, man. But my hating ass promoter, Floyd Mayweather, he don't want to see me be great. He didn't say that. Man, Leonard, man, I've been calling these guys out for a minute. You know how Jamel Charlo be on the podcast and he be snapping his neck? I want to fight this dude. I want to do this, do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not what he said, it's what he didn't say as well. He didn't say, yeah, man, you know what, man, this is the last fight under my contract, man. I've been trying to get these guys. This is the reason why I'm not re-signing with Mayweather, because, man, I gotta, because I want to get these top guys. He said, to be honest, he said, I don't know. That's what he said.
That's real shit.
That's some real shit. Man, and they anywhere around your weight class, we want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. That was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like,
how many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said. I don't even. Once they call me and be like, you might be fight, or after the fight, like after I won, that call me and let me know, like, you might be going back this time. Boom. So when they call him and say, to be honest, I never asked him. So
When you say, yeah, they call me and they say, hey, you might be going back this time. Why not say, hey, look here, man, check this out, baby boy. I know y'all want me to fight this dude right here, but hey, man, see, can you get that Lomachenko fight for me? Just a suggestion. When they call you and they say, hey, man, you know, normally when I just pick up the phone, they tell me who I'm fighting. Why not say, hey, you know what, man, instead of me fighting Mario Barrios, why don't you set me up with this dude? I don't know who calling. We got 200 likes. We don't have 200 likes, so the phone line's not open. We don't have 200 likes, phone line's not open. Don't even call. Phone lines are not open. We don't have over 200 likes. Phone lines are not open. That's what he didn't say. So I take it for face value. All of this. And I don't know Floyd Mayweather, Leonard, LB, whatever the case may be. But all of this, hey, man, you know, taking a dump on Floyd and taking a dump on Leonard. Hey, man, listen, man. Heard it from the horse's mouth. I know what I was told. I know what I've been hearing. And according to what our good brother Tank Davis said, he's saying the opposite of what his fans are saying. The opposite. So other than that, that's it, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's make it do what it do. All right, the phone lines is open, man. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Phone lines is open. Anybody feeling some type of way, call me. I want to hear from you. I really do. I want to hear from you. Let me get my pen and pad ready. I think I'm going to get a whole lot of phone calls on this here today. And they probably going to come from the Maryland, or the DMV area, more than likely. Get a whole lot of phone calls today. I'm looking forward to this. Phone lines is open. 530-494-9636. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Oh man, the phone line hung up. Hey, call back. Jason Mones, you calling me from a no caller ID? I don't want to hear from you today, brother. Jason Mones, you call me from if you call me from a no caller ID, I don't want to hear from you, bro. If you want to get any attention from me, Jason Mones, $20, you need to drop a $20 super chat. Other than that, I'm not answering any calls from Jason Mones. I don't even want to talk to you today, to be honest with you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, but today I don't want to talk to you. Call from Australia. Okay. Let's see. Damn. Phone lines is hot, boy. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this is Reggie from KC.
Reggie from KC. Talk to me, fam. What you want to talk about?
Yo, what's going on, Coach? Hey, I just wanted to chime in on a little discussion about Tank or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little disappointing and stuff, whatever. How we put that on Floyd and LB. And like you said, they were taking cover for him because if it came out that he didn't ask for that stuff, that'll ruin their product. And so,
yeah.
But also at the same time, it's like if you look at him, could it be the type of thing or whatnot where he letting them build up or whatnot, and then maybe he's trying to go off on his own and get the bigger fights on his own? Because he could potentially make more money. I ain't saying that he got the mindset to do that, but he's been around Earl and all them and stuff or whatnot. Maybe he thinking it'll be a good business move for them to build them up. And then when it's time to make those big fight moves, maybe he can go off and do so.
I mean, that's a possibility. Maybe it could be that. Maybe it could be this. Maybe it could be something else. The only thing is, you see what you're saying, Reggie. Like maybe he could be doing this. Maybe he could be doing that. The only way we're going to know what his plan and strategy is, he would have to clarify that for himself. We don't know. So now we're left to speculate why this and why that. I'm only addressing, Reg, I want you to understand, I'm only addressing what his fans was telling me. His fans was telling me that the reason why Tank Davis were not getting the fights is because Floyd Mayweather and them were holding him back. They were not allowing him to fight these guys. And that Tank Davis wanted to fight these guys. This is what I've been hearing. Come to find out, the man said he never even ask to fight those guys. So how can you want to fight guys according to what his fans are saying in one breath, but then he turns around and say something total opposite of what his fans have been saying? He said, I ain't never even asked for the fight. So if you don't ask for the fight, how does Leonard and Floyd know you want to fight Lomachenko? How do they know you want to fight Devin Haney? How do they know if you never asked for it?
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And that's a good testament to them or whatnot too, whatever. Because I mean, like you said, it's a telltale sign if he ain't asking for the fights, then he don't want them. But also in the same token, like Leonard Ellerby was saying and stuff or whatever, Tank is the fight, and his followers gonna follow him regardless.
Yeah.
So I mean, they did a great, like you said, they did a great business right there.
They did a great job.
Like, okay, but we ain't gotta risk nothing.
Yeah.
He ain't asking for it.
Yeah.
His fans gonna still follow him. We selling out Atlanta. We selling out Baltimore. We selling out New York. We gonna keep it rolling. He ain't asking for it, then we'll keep going. Now, when he asks for it, then we can go for it.
Yeah.
It'll be a big business opportunity when it do come, but ain't no sense of us putting it in there if he ain't asking for it because it's too much hesitation, and he feel like he might lose or something or whatever, or it's a fear in the back of his mind or whatnot. But also too, whatever, I could just throw this in real quick because. Like, I mean, you said that about, as far as the promoters holding it back, and then you just kind of clarified later that you heard promoters say that the fighters that want to fight, they make the fight and stuff or whatnot. And it's like, okay, we like at least try to clear up some of the narratives and stuff, whatever that went out there saying certain fighters and stuff, or certain promotional companies are holding stuff back, and maybe it's more of the type of thing where people trying to, even when it comes to the fighters and stuff, they want the stuff. They trying to paint they got a vision in their head and they wanted to go a certain way.
Right.
That was the thing when I was looking at to get off subject a little bit when it come to Earl and Crawford. This thing could have been happened earlier if Terrence would have did some stuff differently and if Earl would have did some stuff differently. If Earl never would have gotten to that accident, we could have had this fight a year or two sooner. If Terrence would have made a few different moves. Like if he went ahead and it might not, that situation might not be all on him, but if he went ahead and secured that fight with what's the boy name, Keith Thurman, he would have had that belt. We could have had this fight about 2 years earlier or whatnot. So I mean, it's type of thing whatever where I see you be putting it on PBC a lot or whatnot that they doing everything in house, but you just name a few fights where they didn't. When it was an obvious fight, like
Fury versus Wild and stuff like that. And again, I'm not here just to take a dump on the PBC. They did a phenomenal job, especially this fight that just happened this past weekend. You know what I mean? So sometimes it just could be more so. Hey, maybe these fighters just don't want to fight these other fights, and they are comfortable in their situation. That could be if that's what you're saying. That could be it as well. You know what I mean? So I understand. Go ahead.
Yeah, and one more example is like the biggest example is Ryan Garcia.
Oh yeah.
He's the biggest example. Saying all that bull crap for the longest. I used to be a fan of his. I liked that kid at first. And when that whole thing happened when Devin Haney, and he switched to Tank, went from Tank to Pacquiao to JoJo, and it was like, damn, you just named 10 fighters and they fought now in person.
Yeah. Him. That's a combination of probably him and his promoter. They don't want to do nothing. So, hey, but listen, Reds, we got other calls calling in. More than likely.
Thanks for letting me in.
Shout out to you, fam.
Thanks for letting me call in, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Shout out to Reds, man. Phone lines open, y'all. If you guys see me on the phone, I'm not gonna hang up with the guy that I'm on the phone with. Hang up with him. The lines are open now. So when the lines are open, just call. Shout out to Baltimore Racks. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said his boss already told y'all 4 Kings not in the PBC. The good thing about this though? Now he's going to become a free agent. What would be his excuse now? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Carl, the Crocodile Hunter Hanson.
It's a Carl Hanson. Talk to me, fam. Talk to him, my brother.
I Tank that one nice smoke, bro. He said it himself. Come out of his mouth. And I was a bit harsh on the PBC too, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was, Tank don't want no smoke. Come out of his mouth. He's going to keep protecting that oath. And I was wrong. I criticised the PBC, but they put on a hell of a card last weekend, bro.
Yeah.
They put on a hell of a card.
They put a hell of a card on, man. And, this would be the validation for me. He has one more fight under his contract. Let's see what he does after the contract.
He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Anyway, he's not going anywhere. That's code for he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not
going anywhere. He's staying with PBC. He's going to keep riding them nuts.
I mean, from a business standpoint, if he does decide to do that, he should. He's making a lot of money and he don't have to take the risk. He's he don't really have to take no hell of a risk. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when you look at it from that aspect, that's fine. And I don't have a problem with any fighter doing that. Just don't tell me that your fighter is King Kong and he's not fighting Godzilla. That's all I'm saying. Just tell me, hey, look here, baby boy, what we doing right now, we gonna take fights that's not that risky. Our fighter gonna make a lot of money and he's happy with that situation. He's fine. I mean, just come out and say that. Don't have us trashing Floyd Mayweather, trashing Leonard Floyd, painting a narrative that these guys are preventing a fighter who they made a star in the sport of boxing, Tank Davis. They're preventing him from having these fights, and that's not the case. Hey, shout out to Carl Hansen, man. Let me give you a round of applause, man. Salute to you, fam. Salute to my brother Carl calling in from Australia. Yes, sir. So that'll tell us what we need to know. That'll tell us what we need to know. When he leave, that'll tell us. That'll tell us everything we need to know. Because what he does after that is the story. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Sean from Vegas.
Okay, I got Vegas. What's your name again?
Sean.
Oh, yeah, Sean. Okay. Sean from Vegas, talk to me.
So my argument is that he shouldn't. Why would he fight the top guy? He's already making a lot of money, making millions on pay-per-view fighting C-class fighters.
Yeah.
Mayweather, it really matters him well. They've done an excellent job with Javonte Davis, making him to be this King Kong type fighter. He's already attracting fans to the seat.
Yeah,
he's already making pay-per-view, so he doesn't really have to fight these top fighters right now.
You're right. You hit the nail right on the head, fam.
If you want to be honest, why take the risk when you don't have to? You're making, because the moment, let's say he fights a top fighter like Lomachenko, he loses, his minimum goes down. The amount of money he's able to generate will decrease. So why not fight it when it's absolutely necessary? And right now, it's not necessary.
Hey, man. True. You're right. I mean, he could continue to fight Rolly Romero's and Mario Barrios and make the money. I don't know. I'm not in his pockets. I don't know exactly what he's making, but whatever money he's making, you know what I mean? He can continue just to do that. It's working. You hit the nail right on the head. Why should I fight Lomachenko? Now, unless you want to do it for legacy, but he ain't think about no legacy. So if he's not worried about legacy, then why even do that? Just continue to fight what you've been fighting. But my only thing is, I needed to clear the air because I think it was unfair to be blaming Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Floyd for not landing these top fights for Tank Davis when Tank Davis said himself that he never asked for the top fights.
Okay, but maybe they wanted the blame. They didn't mind the blame.
Mayweather's
legacy is already submitted.
I'm not. That's not the point. Whether who wanted to blame or not wanted to blame or not. That's not the point. The point is let's say I'm a fighter. You're my promoter, and you matching me up with Rolly Romero's, and you making me. I'm a 3-4 division champion by fighting fighters that really don't even match up with me and stuff like that. And I'm doing well. And my fan base is screaming at you, oh man, we want to see Coach fight Lomachenko. We want to see him fight Devin Haney. We want to see him fight these other guys and yada, yada, yada. And you're the reason why he's not fighting them, because we know in our hearts that he want to fight those guys. And we know he'll knock them out, only to come to find out when you said in your heart that he want to fight those guys. The man said he never even I never even let you know that. Hey man, I ain't never even tell my promoter, man, Sean, that I wanted to fight these dudes.
Right.
So that means so that mean that I was fine with the status quo. There's nothing wrong with being fine with the status quo. If that's what it is, my thing is just say that. I can't.
Right, okay.
I'm not blaming Floyd no more. I'm not blaming Floyd anymore.
Right.
I'm not going to talk about Floyd. He cherry picking for his fighter and he's protecting. I'm not going to say that no more because that's not true.
Right. Can I make a point? Yeah. My point is this: Gervonta Davis is like a crack rock right now. Mm-hmm. He's hot right now. Mm-hmm. You can dilute the product, sell whatever you want to sell, have him fight whoever you want to fight, and people will still come and watch him fight. That's where he is right now. Yeah, so why am I going to make it? Why am I going to make the product super potent when I don't need to? Because the fiends are always going to come back and buy tickets.
Yeah. No, you're right.
See my point?
Yeah, I got exactly what you're saying. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. My thing is, you know what I mean. It's not all on Floyd. That's all I'm saying. It's not all on Floyd and Leonard. So it's a good business arrangement, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, but I don't want to hear no more. Listen, I don't want to hear no more Lomachenkos. I don't want to hear no Devin Haney's. I don't want to hear no. Right. I don't want to hear no. What other guy? Teofimo. I don't want to hear none of that. Don't hear none of that. I don't want to hear any of that. Please don't talk to me about any of those guys as related to Tank. Everything is fine.
I see your point. When in history does a fighter with 14 fights able to fight on pay-per-view like a Rolly? When in history has that ever happened in boxing? Usually never. That's why because Tank is so hot right now. Never. He can put out any product and people will buy it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's where he's at.
Yeah.
That's where he's at. That's my point. Thank you, though.
Shout out to Sean, man. Give Sean a round of applause. The Mac Mob, my brother said you wasn't wrong, coach. Floyd holding him back. Tank is brainwashed. Mac, I don't understand that. How was Floyd holding him back? Like when you say Tank is brainwashed, Tank, I don't get that. I think what I think Mac Mob is, I think that when we say that Tank is brainwashed, I think we're belittling his intelligence. I think we're saying that he's such a feeble-minded individual that, he just plays to the drum of other people's beats and, he just been fooled and brainwashed, stuff like that. I mean, I could probably see that. I could probably see when he first got signed. I can go for that when he first got signed. But how is he brainwashed? He's made millions of dollars. And it seemed to be working for him. You know what I mean? So hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. But hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hold on, Mac Mark. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Myra Magnus, bro, Boxing Logics. What's up, big dog, coach?
Myra, what's going on, fam?
What's up, baby?
What's going on with you, brother? Talk to me.
Yeah, you know what? If my opinion of the whole situation, what Floyd and Leonard's been doing is that if they've been strategically putting him in, if you look at the fights with Barrios,
right?
Mario Barrios, and then you look at the fight to, say, a tall, lanky guy, and then you look, they shifted to a short, stocky, hard-headed cat like
Cruz.
Exactly. What I think they've been knowing the whole time. They've been doing it. He's still in the building process, and they've been getting them in serious, and they've been putting them in different situations. If you look at his matchmaking, it's been putting him in every situation he could be in, possibly in the future, so he'll know how to deal with it. You got him fight Mario Barrios, so okay, he know how to fight a longer guy. So when he go in there with, say, Ryan Garcia, there's no problem.
Yeah.
Right. You put him in there with a hard-headed Bama tank, Pitbull that he can't knock out. He didn't know he needed to bob, move, weave. He needed to master the boxing skills. And I think Floyd, they still building him up. So when they do put him in with the heavy dogs, he'll already have experience and he'll be ready. That's what I've been saying, what they've been doing with him. Because when he said he tried to set me up the whole time, I think Floyd threw that Loma out there just to scare Tank to see really where he was at. And when he said they trying to set me up, Floyd knew that, okay, he's not ready mentally. His confidence ain't up there. We still got to build him up. That's just how I looked at it. I could be wrong, but that's just what my take was on the whole situation.
You make a valid point. You make a valid point. You know what I mean? You make a valid point, and it go right back to what I was saying. Like, you know, man, hey, man, maybe the blame been so much on Floyd and Leonard. You know, I feel like that I was wrong as it related to that because it wasn't solely on them. But but what you just broke down, it makes perfect sense to me. All I'm saying is,
but you
go ahead.
I don't think but when you saw it, all of us was, feeling that way. Some of don't beat yourself up on this shit. We always saying that on tech. You know what I'm saying? You just man enough in the G you are to come out on live and tell the fucking world. That's why you are who you are. That's why you're doing your fucking thing, bro.
Hey, man, shout out to my brother Myron, man. Salute to you, man. Boxing Logic United, man. Y'all please subscribe to my brother, man, YouTube channel, man, please. Shout out to my brother. And he know his shit, too. Shout out to Mills Lane for dropping that half a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said that's the business model because it's money over legacy. We all know Heyman is about the generational wealth shit. He said, which is cool, just not for us hardcores. Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, and that's fine. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up off of him. I'm gonna back up off of Tank. I ain't asking. I don't want to hear nothing about no top fighters though. You know, I get it. I understand now. I got it now. It took me a while, but I got it now. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Slam.
Oh, right, boyfriend. Boy, brother,
Hey,
what's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Hey, special shout outs to Myron. I know Myron listening. I told you so. That's all right. That's what I got from Myron. But yeah, man. But yeah, this is what we sort of disagree at, though, Coach.
What's up?
Fat Boy. Lenny and Floyd. They are protecting Fat Boy. And Fat Boy, what I've always told you, he was cool with being protected.
Yeah, you told me that.
And that's what I always told y'all.
Yeah, you always told me that. You told me that from day one. You did say that.
And then I told you, it is on Floyd and Lenny because Lenny told me specifically, and then this for the whole boxing Twitter to see, they wasn't interested in making a world-class boxer. They only wanted to make an attraction.
Right, I understand.
They're using and yeah, so that was the business plan. That's why they always fucked with we're not worried about this. We doing a business. They doing a business. They don't care about that other shit. They don't care about giving Fat Boy legacy fights because at the end of the day, they're gonna take the less risk for the most money.
So let me ask
they're not gonna pay nobody.
So let me ask you a question. Does Fat Boy want the legacy fights?
No, he's cool with being protected. But see, what people don't know is right now, what people don't know, Fat Boy got a whole different set of handlers. There's a difference between the handlers in Vegas opposed to the handlers in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm telling you?
Yeah, I got you.
So what's happening is, and not to put too much business out there, motherfuckers want to see Fat Boy step it up. And it ain't the motherfuckers in Vegas. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but my thing is, why step it up when what you're doing is working?
And what I'm telling you is, he got two sets of handlers.
Yeah,
That's cool in Vegas.
Yeah.
But the motherfuckers in the streets, we not getting no money. We need to see, because we can't argue what you doing. I just left Chick-fil-A in Baltimore, so I'm not, at the end of the day, I'm in and out the city. But what I'm telling you is, they like, we can't go to bat with you when motherfuckers is telling us you scared of an Eastern European.
Yeah.
You scared of the motherfucker. You scared of little Gary down the road down 295, Mo. Yeah. What's going on? We need to see you fight them fight. Fuck what Lenny and them talking about, because the streets can't really back you. All we can do with the streets is say you get money, but how is that helping us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so is this why you feel that Gillie the Kid asked him that question on the podcast? Because remember, I've been on their neck.
Exactly. You see what's different is when a real street motherfucker asks Fat Boy a question, opposed to these other motherfucking suits and all these other motherfuckers that want to kiss his ass for interviews and shit. When a real motherfucker asks him a question, because Gillie's speaking from the East Coast side of things, DC, Philly, New York side of things, Hey Mo, whether we believe you gonna beat the shit out of Farmer anyway, motherfuckers in the streets wanted you to fight Farmer. Motherfuckers in the streets wanted you to fight Lil Gary. We didn't ask for you to go out to the West Coast and cherry pick Leo fucking Santa Cruz. We didn't ask you to go up to 140 and cherry pick that green ass motherfucking Barrio who barely escaped Albanov and shit. We didn't ask for none of them fights. The streets ain't asking for none of them motherfucking fights. So if you gonna represent the streets like you say you are, you need to start fighting some of these street motherfuckers, meaning the motherfuckers that the streets that the streets represent. You know, Farmer, even the Eastern European Loma. These motherfuckers know Lomachenko. You dig what I'm telling you?
But hey, Ron Boy, because I noticed in the interview, I saw the interview twice, but I saw the interview. Right. No, that's a lie. I saw it once. I saw the entire interview, but I saw that one part. Yeah. I saw that one part probably about 3-4 times, and then I played it again several times on the show. And I noticed the conviction in how he said it. You know, like he look, man. Like if you watch the video and you look at the body language. I'm not a body language expert, right. but you get what I'm saying though. But you can tell so get it like, look, man, look, you've been knocking out everybody. We want to see you knock Lomachenko out. We want to see you because we believe in you. And that's the position that I come from. I believe in this dude. Exactly. And if you tell me this guy's who you say he is, then goddamn, the only way we're going to know, we got to see him in there, put in work and get these guys. Why does he get the pass when we put pressure on all these other fighters and say they need to do this, they need to do that? Okay, well, goddamn. Yeah. So this is what we want to see. And when I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed when he say he never asked for those fights. So
I knew he didn't want. I got evidence to say he didn't want it because not to cut you off. Yeah. I got evidence to prove, and he told me firsthand that not to put our business out. Like I said, he didn't want to. You ain't got to put it out there. Yeah, he was cool with being protected. But I want to add one crucial part of that interview that people don't understand. You know who wasn't around when he did the interview?
Calvin Ford.
And Leonard Ellaby. It's a reason why when Fat Boy do interviews, you always see Lenny over his shoulder motherfucking way. They interject quick. No. He's worried about this fighter. He worried. You don't notice that shit?
Yeah, I know. Hell yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
so they let him. So they didn't count for if this motherfucker was gonna fuck with $1 million worth of game. They looked that leash off a little too long on his ass. You dig what I'm telling you? And they couldn't control his mouth because soon as Gillie would have asked that question, and then Lenny was in the room, Lenny would have bust through the door. Wait, whoa. You dig what I'm telling you? It's a game of Slim. It is what it is, But at the end of the day, everybody can beat that Fat Boy drum. I never was beating it because I knew he wasn't fighting no motherfucking body. I knew they was bootlicking this particular fan base. I knew they was bootlicking. They trying to make him a villain, trying to run this whole black versus brown fucking game plan of the deck to the ground. No people tired of him, Mo. It just is what it is. But that's all I got for you, Slim. I just come and bring real.
Hey, Ron Boy, man, I'm gonna send you a text so you can have my number, man. All right, cause I fuss with you. I fuss with you heavy, so I'm gonna send you a text.
Yeah, you know me. I'm straightforward. I don't have no motherfucking.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You be putting me up on game. So yeah. Hey, shout out to my brother Ron Boy Fresh, man. Be more in that motherfucking house. Yeah, man. Shout out to Candy Slim. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Oh, he said on all access, Leonard said Tank asked for Barrios. I like Tank, but him not responding to Loma told me everything. Floyd still some trash. Okay. All right, what I mean? I'm just I want y'all to look at that interview and just watch it. You know what I mean? Just check it out. I know I learned. Ron Boy told me though from the beginning, but I get it now. Now I get it. I get it now. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jaime from New York.
Jaime from New York. Oh, Jaime, what's going on, fam?
From New York.
Yeah, I got you. I'm doing good, brother. Talk to me.
All right. Coach, two things.
Yes, sir.
Number one, the PBC call Saturday night was phenomenal. They did that thing.
Yes, sir, it was.
right? Yeah, man. Another thing, respect to you for apologizing to the PBC, man. You know,
yes,
because I was wrong too, Coach. I thought it was Floyd holding him back. You know, and now Tank, I'm highly disappointed in him because I've been saying he's the best at 135 pounds. Now I don't know because you know now if you're not fighting for legacy, now I'm questioning your heart. What do you think, Coach?
You know, the way I see it now, I realize now I was looking at this whole thing all wrong. What Tank handlers have for him is not about legacy. It's about we're gonna put you in these very, very favorable situations. You're gonna make you some good money, $3-4 million, whatever he's getting paid. I don't know what he's getting paid. Right. You're a millionaire now because you came from Baltimore. You was broke. You didn't have nothing. You came from the dirt. Everybody know your story, and now you're a multimillionaire. So now I get why Floyd Mayweather fans were saying if Tank leave Floyd, that's him being disloyal to Floyd because they were speaking from a perspective of, look, man, this guy don't protected you. You didn't have a problem with it or whatever the case may be. He's put you in favorable situations from a matchmaking standpoint. You're making all of this money. You're selling out arenas. Like Leonard Ellerby and them have done a phenomenal job. So if you leave that situation, now when you're on your own, guess what? You ain't got nobody else to hide behind. You can't sit back and say, yeah, man, it's my promoter. Now people going to be asking, so because if the narrative is Floyd Mayweather's holding Tank back, bam. Guess what's going to solve that, everybody? Okay, Tank is a free agent. So once he leaves, guess what? Is anybody holding him back now?
No, he may not even get the fight.
Yeah, I'm just saying, is anybody, if he leaves Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd is holding him back, refusing to allow him to fight top guys, if that's the case, if we're going to entertain that. Once he leave, and this is to anybody that's a Tank Davis fan. Once Tank leaves Floyd Mayweather, what are you expecting from Tank?
Right.
Because your argument all this time, you get what I'm saying, Jaime? Your argument all this time has been Floyd is holding them back. So if Floyd is no more in the equation, Tank is a free agent, and the fights don't happen, then what? But listen, shout out to you, Jaime. We got other calls called in. Salute to my brother, Jaime, man.
That's my co-coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I just want to know that because that's a valid question. That's a valid question, right? If my argument is, man, the reason why I can't come up, man, because man, I got my boss that's on this job, man, and 5-6 years went by, 10 years go by, I can't never come up. But listen, true story. When I was in the street, right, this like 87, 88, 89, we was teenagers, right? Out there in the game, doing my thing, stuff like that, cross Fletcher. I got a homeboy, I ain't gonna say his name. He was what we call, and this ain't got nothing to do with nothing to do with Tank Davis. I don't want nobody to think nothing to do with Tank Davis. Just forget about Tank for a minute. But he was what we called a poor hustler. A poor hustler is someone who can't never come up. They can't never come up. They always got in this, yeah, man, let me hold some. Man, come on, man, I'm good for it. Oh, he was one of those guys. And he used to ride around on the bicycle with his shirt off with the radio. Beach cruise. This was way before Friday came out. He was doing this. Fast forward years later, up and all the way up, maybe even up till today, he's still a poor hustler. He's still doing that same shit. So, and he always had excuses for why he couldn't come up years ago. But I'm like, dude, dog, that's 30 some years that went by. You still can't come up? Like, what's the problem? Well, now, where am I going at with this? This is where I'm going with this. I want to see what our good brother Tank Davis from Baltimore, what he does after he leaves Floyd Mayweather, if he leaves. Because as I said before, if the argument is his promoters are the ones that's preventing him from fighting the top guys, you're either complacent with the situation or you're not. And once he leaves, I want to know, what do you expect? Will we see those top fights then? You know that. I mean, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. What are your expectations? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
James, go from the A, baby.
James from the A. Talk to me, my brother.
Go, Rob A. Don't let Rob Boy Fresh fool you, home. He not from Baltimore, home.
Oh well, he from DC, right?
Homie, right.
He from DC, yeah.
Right. Homie's not from Baltimore. He don't got no information.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. DC got a thing about Gervonta Davis because they want him to fight Gary. Because they want him to fight Gary Russell.
Okay.
Coach. If he fight Gary Russell, he gonna sleep his ass. If he fight Gary Russell, he gonna sleep him.
Oh, so you saying it's a DC? You saying it's a DC Baltimore thing?
It's a DC Baltimore thing, Coach. It's been going on for years. I'm 50 years old, Coach. Baltimore been going against DC for years, way before I was born. It's a Baltimore DC. I'm telling you, Coach. We dealing with an individual that's mentally, his mental capacity is not as high as people think it is.
Who is that?
He's Javonte Davis.
Okay.
Javonte Davis dropped out of school in the 6th grade, bruh.
Yeah.
Javonte Davis' mental capacity ain't what people think it is. So we dealing with a person that came from nothing, right? Who doesn't have a real mental capacity. Like, we can't compare Javonte Davis to Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. Right?
I see what you're saying.
Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney have their mother and their father. They've had this their whole life.
Right.
You dealing with an individual that had nothing. I'm talking about came from nothing, came from out of the foster home. So why do people not understand he's going to allow one of the greatest persons to ever make money in the sport of boxing to guide his career?
Yeah.
He's saying that he never asked to fight any of them because why? Why do we have to ask to fight any of them? People keep hollering about legacy. So, man, when has legacy paid your bills?
That's what Floyd Mayweather says. But Floyd Mayweather always brags about his. But listen. But you know the crazy part about that, James? What you just said. Floyd says that legacy can't pay bills and stuff like that. That's what Floyd Mayweather says. But he became wealthy because he established his legacy. What he says. Go ahead. No, what he says is totally contradictory to the way he had his boxing career. Floyd always wanted legacy fights. He wanted the De La Hoyas. He wanted the Sugar Shane Mosleys. He wanted the Cottos. He wanted all of those top guys. He is who he is because of the fighters who he fought, which cemented him in legacy. But now with Tank Davis, he's moving him and Tank is moving in a different direction. And I say all that to say this. I think I've been too hard on Floyd. You know what I mean? Because if the arrangement is working, this kid is a multi-millionaire, fighting the way he's been fighting. And you sharing information with me from a mental capacity. I don't know nothing about Tank's mental capacity, but I know his background. I know he had a rough upbringing. His upbringing was rougher than mine. You know what I mean? But it's rougher than mine that I know of. And I came up hard as a motherfucker. But go ahead.
The only and Coach, like, the only reason why I can say it is because I watched it. I watched him from a kid. Like, you speaking to someone that watched this kid grow up in his neighborhood. Like, the boxing gym saved his life. Like, he has so many friends. Like, I used to have to walk up, Coach, because I've been through ordeal, man. I'm 50. I grew up in Baltimore City my whole life.
What is your relationship with Tank?
When I noticed, we're just family friends.
Okay.
We're just family friends. So, me and his mother grew up together. You feel what I'm saying? So as me watching him throughout his life, in and out of foster home, being left in the house by himself, shit like that. I know his mother was a stone cold addict. His father was a stone cold addict. So this kid, he grew up angry, right? He grew up angry. So in order for him to learn a sense of control, he had to go into that gym and find love that he couldn't have nowhere else.
Mm-hmm.
As he became like 15, 16, I used to see him. I used to see him walking up and down on the avenue with the little kids, the dope boys, the crack boys. You feel what I'm saying? I watched him. You know what I used to say to him every day, Coach?
What's that?
Boy, stay away from here, bro. Stay away from here, bro.
Yeah, be more.
Like,
be more.
He
rough,
holds.
Yeah.
See. The thing with Tank is he believes that he has to carry everybody that's around him.
Mm-hmm.
He believes that he has to carry everybody around him. So, what he did was he just put his career into the hands of the man that made the most money in the sport. Now, us as fans, we want to see the best fight. And listen, Coach. I guarantee you, if they come in there and say, Tank, we want you to fight Loma, I guarantee you he'll say, let's go.
Do you think? So let me ask you a question. Tank has said online that he got one more fight under his contract with Floyd Mayweather. So assuming if he leaves the gravy train that's been working, if he leave, what do you think his next move would be? Do you think that he will make those other fights, or would he? Go, what do you think?
You know why? You know why, Coach? Because just like we tired of not seeing him fight the people, he tired of hearing people saying that he's scared. See, Tank whole life he's lived off ego.
Mm.
You know why he got in fights? Because he was little. So he had the low man complex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I done watched this kid on Woodyear Street, man, fight dudes 6'1", 6'2", and knock their ass out. I'm talking about in the street, not boxing in the street. You feel what I'm saying? So I know, like my town, Coach, and I'm not just saying this because I'm from this town. My town don't breed a lot of suckers, home.
Yeah, Baltimore. I'm very familiar with B-More. I'm very familiar with B-More.
We don't breed.
I'm talking about B-More. I'm talking about B-More in the '90s. I'm very familiar. Familiar with B-More.
But it's Coach. It's even worse. It was even worse in his era, Coach, because it wasn't really no more fighting. They were shooting.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
What nobody really fighting, and because Baltimore is so small, it's an ego-driven town. Like it's a crab town. It's a crab in a barrel town. Everybody want to step on somebody to get over something, right? And only thing he's doing because he didn't know, but now he's learning the business, right? So now he's learning to play Floyd just like the same way Floyd played him. I'm telling you, like when he fought with
I gotta wrap it up. Just
right, so basically, one little short thing. When he fought Pedraza, that was Floyd calling himself, putting him somewhere where he thought Tank wasn't going to be successful. And Tank whooped the boy. The same person that went 12 rounds with Loma.
Okay.
The same person that went to he will whip all of them, Coach. I'm telling you, bro.
All right, James, man. Listen, man, I know you're very passionate about Tank, man. You from B-More. You said you saw him grow up. You're friends with his mom. I understand that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I just want to clarify that I'm not blaming Floyd Mayweather anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that.
Ain't no question.
But shout out.
He's just letting them guide his career. That's all.
Yeah, but shout out to James from the ATL. Shout out to you, fam. For B-More. James from B-More in Atlanta. He said, you heard it here first. Bless say, man, take a grown ass man. Bless, you know. Bless is so bless me so messy, man. Oh man. So Raleigh he says legacy is just opinion. Bro, like now this why I totally disagree at right there. Floyd Mayweather whole career, the reason why we know about Floyd Mayweather right now today is because of legacy defining fights. You won't even have a fan base. Hold on, how many likes we got in this motherfucker, man? Oh, hell no. We ain't got 300 likes, man. This some bullshit. Let me take this goddamn phone. Hey, we ain't accepting no more calls, man. We got to get the likes up, bro. No, we got to get the likes. This some bullshit. Oh, damn, I ain't supposed to be cursing. Yeah, no, man. Hell no, man. No, y'all, no, hell no. Man, we got over 400 people in here, man, and we got less than 300 likes. Man, this is ridiculous. I ain't accepting no phone calls, bro. I ain't accepting no phone calls till we get the likes up. I'm like Blue now. This is unacceptable, people. This is unacceptable. Phone lines is off. I don't want to talk to nobody. Let me just talk to myself. Let me just talk to myself. Anyways. Again, I don't know the brother's story. My brother Ron Boyfriends called in, and then another brother called in and say, hey man, DC and James called DC and Baltimore don't get along, this and that. I don't know the politics of DC and Baltimore. I don't. I'm from Florida, so I'm very familiar with Baltimore. I'm talking about in the 90s. You know what I mean? We used to do soldiering in Baltimore. Whenever Minister Farrakhan go speak, we stopped by there. I had a lot of brothers in the nation that was from Baltimore. Baltimore was terrible back then, very, very poor, and it's very, very poor now. You see what I'm saying? So I'm familiar with that. Pretty much what's going on in B-more going on all over the world from a crime rate standpoint. See what I'm saying? It's the same thing, right? So me, I can't speak on it because I don't know nothing about it. Whatever politics that's going on with B-more DC, I don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? I would have to do my research and be educated, and I got to hear both sides of it. Both sides. You see what I'm saying? Me being that's what I would do. I would do my research on it to see for myself. But as it relates to Tank, all right, we go open the phone. Hold on, what we got? We got 383 in here, man. We got less than 300. We need 350. We need 350 likes. We got 318 likes. I gotta get to 350. 350. I gotta get to 350. Because you're hearing it here first. You're hearing it first.
We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. This is different. You understand? We have Jennifer Lopez, we have Maluma, we have J Balvin, we have so when I called him up, I was like, yo, what do you think? What do you think, Eddie? If we bring the belts together? And Eddie said,
this is a good idea. Open up the phone lines. We still need 350, man. Still need 350. We need 350. We need 350. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, yo, what's up, Coach? It's Hawk from Maryland.
Hawk from Maryland. Hawk, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm an old dude out here in Maryland. But I want to got two little points I want to make. First of all, the dude was talking about Baltimore and Maryland.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Baltimore and DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get locked up in Baltimore and you from DC, because our dress is a little different. You better find somebody from DC to in Baltimore jail with you to hang with, or you'll get destroyed. But if you from Baltimore, you get locked up in DC, you better have somebody from Baltimore help they in jail with you too. I mean, it's the same. What he said is true. That's a long-standing grudge.
You talking about from a jail standpoint?
I'm talking about from DC and Baltimore. Period. It's been a thing with us and them and then Maryland. You can't say Maryland because I'm in Maryland, but I'm in Maryland right here by DC. So Baltimore, Maryland is different. You get locked up in Baltimore, Maryland, and you from Maryland over here in DC, you better have somebody in DC that's in jail with you. You better know somebody you better find somebody because the Baltimore dudes will crush you. No question. Yeah. And then going in Baltimore and DC is gonna this even if you ain't in jail. It's been a long standing back and forth between the two states. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay. So I'm in Maryland, but I ain't in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a little different. But as far as the Tank thing, hey, look, Coach, I'm looking at it totally different. I want you to take a step back and see Tank's last two fights. Tank fought Gamboa, right?
Right.
After Tank fought Gamboa went on and fought Devin Haney. When he fought Tank, he went 12. When he fought Devin Haney, he went 12.
No,
right?
Tank stopped him in the 12th.
Yes, probably in the 12th, but he went 12. Gamboa went 12 with him.
Yeah.
Okay, then he fought Devin Haney. Devin Haney's another quality fighter. So what I'm saying is that's Tank's opponent, Gamboa. He fought him. Then he fought the boy at 140, right?
Yeah, Mario Barrios.
What's his name?
Mario Barrios. Yeah.
Barrios. At Barrios at 140. Tank got him out of there late.
Fight sold out too.
Right, but in the fight, we talking about the quality of opponent right now because they saying Tank ain't fighting nobody. I want people to take a step back and look at what's going on. Okay, so he fought Mario Barrios at 140. Mario Barrios' next fight, he went up to 147 for Keith Thurman to a split decision. Keith Thurman was a unified champion. He had been off for a while, but Keith Thurman still has good accolades, which was another Tank ex-opponent. Then Tank fought Pitbull Cruz.
Right.
Now look at what Pitbull Cruz is doing. So how bad is Tank's opponent is what I'm saying. Even though Gamboa went in there and got destroyed by Cruz, but think about it. That means Cruz is a damn good fighter who Tank beat.
Okay,
just like Gamboa.
So well, my thing is, you saying all that to say what though? Like what are you getting at?
Because they Tank's opponents that he's fighting aren't that bad. Because they're standing on their own too after they fight him. His last three opponents all fought quality opponents after they fought him.
So what do you think? What do you think he goes from here after the Rolly Romero fight?
After the Rolly Romero fight, I'm saying he could get one of the big names. But if you think about it, look at Pitbull Cruz. If Pitbull Cruz get another good fight and take somebody out like he just did, that makes the opponents that Tank is beating, they're not bad opponents. They just didn't have a name when he fought them. This is the point I'm making.
Yeah,
the guys that Tank are beating aren't. Yeah, everybody's like shitting on Tank's opponents, but these dudes are coming back fighting good quality fights, and you're seeing that Tank is beating guys that are good. They just didn't have a name when he beat them. So now, yeah, Tank needs to go fight some big names that people know. But especially if Cruz keeps doing what he's doing, that's just going to Tank. How good Tank really was when he fought.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. A lot of people disagree with that, but I'm saying from this point forward, once he leave Mayweather, now what are your expectations after you leave Mayweather?
I think he needs to go after Lomachenko since he's talking, and he has to. Lomachenko ain't doing nothing. If he comes back, God willing, he come back from the war thing. Go get him. And but the Ryan Garcia's not gonna fight nobody. I don't believe nothing.
We ain't worried about Garcia. So basically, your expectation is when Tank leaves Floyd Mayweather, he'll be in a better position to make his legacy fights, and your expectation is that he will fight those other top guys. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and if you look at the opponents he fought, I'm
past the opponents. I'm looking in the future now. So, baby Hope, thank you so much, my brother, for calling.
There you go.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
All right, my brother.
Shout out to Hope.
Hey, we did it first.
Yeah, we did it first. Shout out to Hope for Maryland, man. Shout out to Hope, man. All right,
We did it first. We did it first, and we motivate even the greats.
Shout out, man. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365 for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
We need 350 likes. 350. We got almost 400 people here, less than 350 likes. This is unacceptable. This is my last call until I get the likes. Last call until we get the likes. We need 350, baby. We need 350 is the magic number. We need 16 more likes. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? I got to respond to these Baltimore callers and shit, man.
Who is this?
This is Myron, man.
Oh, Myron. Oh, yes, Myron. Myron, where you calling from?
I'm D.C.
Yeah, you from D.C. Myron. Crazy the motherfucker.
This nigga, hey, oh, my bad. Let me
go ahead, Go ahead.
Look, bro.
Yes, sir.
This nigga talking about this dude knocking out Gary Russell Jr., he lunching like shit, for one, because if Tank believe that, first of all, these B-more cats, let me first off say, born and raised here, and I'm just 2 years behind the cat who was talking all the smack. Now, the cat who just got on the phone, he was somewhat accurate. But here's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't never been no real true rivalry between D.C. and Baltimore, because Baltimore has always been in our shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The DMV comprised of everything of around 495 Beltway, and that's a 7-mile radius outside of DC. Baltimore is not considered DMV. Baltimore is 30 miles precisely, 33 miles precisely down 295.
Yeah. I used to drive, I drove trucks, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to drive up and down all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so Baltimore is not the DMV, but unfortunately, I've never been with the beef between B Moore and none of that stuff and all that. I thought it was really silly, and cats in our age that time, we was just trying to get our money. But we used to crush those little youngins in the prison. And the dude talking about you got to go ahead and get if a DC dude get locked up in a prison in Maryland and everything, he got to find a B More. Slim is wailing like a motherfucker because it was nothing but DCs in all the prisons, federal prisons around the whole area because we filled out Lawton Penitentiary. Okay, and the problem is, but those cats was always in our shadow, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And I don't think they really liked it because we did used to punish them in the jail.
Yeah,
that's in the jail.
I don't want to get into it, but DC was very, very violent, very, very violent in the feds. I just say
and it's and it's nothing proud to be proud of and boasting about that. I'm not proud of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm saying we never repaid Baltimore much money. They was like little brother looking up to us and all that. So you can have cats who not want to get locked up with a whole bunch of DC dudes because we was always in. So he talking about that on the jail level. You know what I mean? We get locked up.
But as it relates to Tank, like I don't know how we went there. You just replying back to what the brother said, but we was talking about Tank and stuff like that. Dude. We went.
But see, look, your boy Gary Russell Jr. Okay, Gary Russell Jr. Came out of Trinidad Avenue. Okay. He's from the Northeast DC, born and raised Northeast DC, Trinidad Avenue. He ended up moving to Capitol Heights, which is just on the outskirts. Okay, so they was in various different boxing clubs and tournaments and all that. And so he knew Tank. And so the thing is, Gary Russell Jr. was always saying Tank was not the best, even out of the Maryland area of boxers. Gary Russell Jr. was calling Tank out. He's not the best. He was the leftovers. The real dudes, the real killers in the boxing, in the golden gloves, silver gloves, golden gloves, and all that. Those cats were played. He was locked up and didn't even make it to go pro because they was in the streets like that. So Gary Russell Jr. knows Tank and his history and everything, and been saying that young wasn't never even like that. Now I don't got no beef with no Baltimore dudes, whatever, but they need to just really be straight up honest on the whole situation. Tank ain't never been on the level of Gary Russell Jr. And that's why Floyd been holding them back. Now, if they make that fight, that joint will be gargantuan. You know what I'm saying? They could throw that joint in FedEx State. They could probably throw that joint in FedEx Stadium. You know what I mean? But Slim was willing like hell thinking about Tank going to knock Gary Russell Jr. He need to cut it with that BS, Joe, for real. Young and lunching like hell. But that's all I got to say. Now, that's to squash that whole beef. But much love to Baltimore, y'all. Ain't no beef. But come on now, be real. Be honest.
All right, shout out to Byron.
Fuck all that shit.
Shout out to my brother Byron, man. Y'all got me in some shit. Y'all got me. Hey, listen, man. Listen. I'm from West Tampa, Florida. Live all throughout the state, lived in LA, stuff like that, the South Central. Y'all, listen, bro. Y'all, bro.
Unknown caller.
Y'all don't turn this into some DC Maryland beef. I ain't got shit to do with it. That's all I know. I know dudes from DC ain't nothing to be effed up with. I know dudes from Maryland and Baltimore ain't nothing to be effed up with. And I know that. I know that. So, but all this, how we got on this? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
You done started, Slim.
That's gonna rob boyfriends. God damn, man. I just sound like some Tupac and Biggie shit. East Coast, West Coast.
No,
you drop a diss track.
No, I know, but I ain't even gonna go there with it.
Go ahead.
No, I ain't even gonna go there with it. It just proved my point. What the streets really want. Yeah. All it did was prove my point, right?
Yeah.
Prove my point. What I originally said.
Fight out. Yeah.
The people on this side. We all. That boy versus Gary Russell was bigger than any fight they could make.
Yeah.
Dig what I'm telling you? And what Myron said was 100% accurate. I ain't getting into all them details, but as far as it's a reason why they wanted to keep Gary away from Fat Boy. It's a reason why they want to keep certain fighters. Okay, if you feel Fat Boy beat him, that's fine. Make the fight so we can see it. Because we didn't ask for him to fight Abner Mars. We didn't ask for him to fight. You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask for him to fight Leo Santa Cruz. He fought the motherfucker at running from Gary. You know what I'm saying? So make those fights. That's just proved what we were saying, what I said originally when my man said I was completely wrong. I know exactly what's going on. I'm in the trenches. You dig? The streets always, and when I mean the streets is, you know what I mean when I say this side of town.
No. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about, I know exactly what you're talking about.
This side of town wanted to see him wreck. And I bring up Farmer because back then that was a big fight.
Yeah.
The people wanted whether Farmer get knocked out or not, make the fight. It would have did more than anything on the East Coast.
Where's Tevin Farmer? Where's Tevin Farmer from?
Please.
Huh?
He's from Philly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know where he was from. I didn't know where he was from.
That was a huge fight if everybody, and then Gary jumped in it, and they wanted that fight. But, you know, they got a game plan, and that's cool. All we saying is make the fights that we want to see on this part of town. That's all we ever said. Didn't say, I mean, I'm going to rock with Gary on it, but make the fight so we can see it. If Gary get knocked out, okay, so what? He got paid. Shit. Made a fight we wanted to see. But that's it, Mo. I'm out.
Hey, shout out to Rob Boyfriend. Yo, what up? Yo, what up? This Coach Malachi Williams for West Tampa, Florida, 1332 Main Street, Apartment B. You know, who want it? Say the name. Please call these people out. Please call these people out. Tell them who you want to see. Please call. As a matter of fact, hold on, let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. Y'all got me on the goddamn comedy skit right now. Y'all got me on the comedy skit right now. Hold on. Please call these people out. Yo, what up? Hey, hold on. I gotta find it. Yeah, man. Please call these people out. Please call them out. Yo, what up? I'm calling out everybody on the YouTube streets. Yo, what up? This Coach Malachi Williams, West Tampa, Florida, 1332 Main Street, Apartment B, right upstairs in the projects in the right-hand corner. You know what I mean? Who want it? I ain't gotta do that shit. Say the names, man. Say the names. Y'all know what it is. I ain't gotta say no names. We got to do this shit. Hey, listen, man. Listen. All jokes aside, I know dudes from B-More in DC. B-More in DC is whoo. But I can tell y'all some stories, but I just ain't at liberty to do it. You see what I'm saying? You know, I'm not at liberty to do it, to be honest with you. But bro, I'm gonna tell you some stuff though. The violence in the feds is from DC cats. It's true. I know that first off. You know what I mean? But I ain't trying to go there with it. Well, I'm just like, okay, we talk about Tank. I apologize to Floyd and Leonard, for putting it all on them, saying that this is the reason why Tank ain't been fighting those top guys. Tank said that he never really called them out. That, and now whatever going on in the background, I don't know about, guys. I'm just being honest with you. I don't have any inside information. You know me, I'm pretty much transparent, and I don't fake like I got inside information. I don't sit back and say, well, sources say that, this and that, and my sources say, I don't have any information that's like that. I don't know. DC and B-More, I am, I am. They had the politics going on back then. They did have it going on back then. But I didn't know that it was still going on to the degree that it's going on right now. You see what I'm saying? That I don't know. All I know is this here: the dudes from both cities is rough. It's rough. That's all I know. Now, as it relates to what Tank Davis is going to do next, I don't know, guys. I don't think he's going to leave Floyd Mayweather. Now that I think about it, why should he? Now that I think about it. You know what I mean? Because the things that's, like the brother say, man, Tank had a 6th grade education. He dropped out to 6th grade. And now you went from that to now you've been a multi-millionaire fighting the fighters that you're fighting. Hell, when I look at it, now that I think about it, I'm like, damn. I just want to ignore the boxing fan in me. He said, you know what, man? Maybe he should get a pass. Not. That ain't gonna happen. You know me, I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. And you know my motto, if you're King Kong, you better be fighting Godzilla. If you're Godzilla, you better be fighting King Kong. You better be fighting Gamera, Mothra. You know me. Nobody gets a pass with me as relate to that. We'll find out what'll happen next. I'm just glad that, I just, you know what I mean? I just felt the need to apologize to the promoters, because, sometimes, I ain't always right. And if I feel like I'm wrong, I will come over here and apologize to those guys. I want to apologize to them. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, Coach Dub, Richmond, California.
Coach Dub, talk to me, fam.
Man, I'm going to tell you like this, big bro. I appreciate what you're doing, man. I get on here and, check out your thing the whole time, the whole get down.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate
all I'm saying is, man, I'm a big Tank and Floyd fan. I believe he was getting drove the way Floyd was. Not even like that, though. I know that people say Floyd had to do those. Floyd's crossed the bridge, so Tank didn't have to. Yeah, you want to fight Devin Haney. We want to fight Devin Haney, but you don't want to have to go through the hoops. When people say talking legacy, you chasing them belts from Cambosis, going over there signing the $2.8 million deal, and the sanctioning fees on all four of them is going to be, you know what I mean? But you done got into a slave contract where you got to go fight your way out of Australia twice, and then set up for Loma whenever he come back from war. So right now, Tank he yelling some shit, but who you want to fight? You can't get Loma right now. Loma is waiting on that gravy train at the end of that with Devin Haney or Cambosis. He already set up for it. What you want to do? Yeah, the same way Floyd would have did. You can rock these cats out. You making more than all of these cats, no matter what everybody else saying. You're making more than Devin and them. Yeah, not protected. Legacy-wise, yeah, Gary Russell would be good for the DMV, Baltimore. I ain't nowhere out there, man. I'm in the Bay Area, Richmond, California. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's cool. That's big out there. So the Leo Santa Cruz, that's how you were supposed to eat. The same way. Barrios, you went and snatched the belt. People don't respect the belt because you got it and threw it in the trash. Forget the sanctioning fee. We're trying to eat right now. Now, other than that, if Devin want to taste it, that's cool. Devin from the Bay himself. I fuck with Devin. Met him once or twice. Devin want to taste it, that's cool. But they make you jump through hoops for that. Sit back and wait. Devin, Shakur, Tank. Teofimo Lopez out of there. He didn't been exposed as a fraud and he gone. He finna go to 140 and do some other. If Tank was chasing the legacy, they'd have put him on Josh Taylor at 140. We all know he can whoop Josh Taylor, but who want to go over there?
Who you talking about, Taylor?
Bob gonna get him. Yeah, Bob's gonna get over there.
I can't say we know that. We can believe that, but I don't know, man.
Well, I believe I'm a Tank fan, and I ain't gonna just speak for everybody. But I'm gonna say, if you go over there to fight Josh Taylor, you got to sign your game up with Bob Arum again. They issuing out some same slave contracts. Why do that, man? If somebody go over there and do it, Shakur, they got Shakur. You want to fight? Let's break bread with Shakur. Break bread with Devin, who doing their own thing. That old when they chasing legacy, that ain't even for it right now, man. I'm from Richmond, Cali. I thought Tank was a dog. I think he a dog. You know what I mean? I thought he was getting moved the right way. When it's time for them, let them clean up all of that air over there. Everybody, when they get tired of eating with Bob or getting bent over by Bob, they bring it on back and get the money where it's supposed to be. Go break bread with Al and however it got to be. It ain't about what he deserve in legacy fights, man. I wanted to see him knock out Leo. You know, the Barrios thing, yeah, he making stars like the other boy said. But who we want to fight? Gary Russell, I think Gary Russell might be a little long in the tooth for him right now. And I'm a Gary Russell fan. Let's see it. That's a big fight. That should be made next. That's what Floyd would do because he didn't age Gary Russell out. But go on and create your legacy, man. And when you give it up and you got to lay it on the line against Shakur or against Devin, let it be for all the marbles that you can lay and you can go on and retire and do your thing, man.
All right,
that's from the West Coast, man. I appreciate you, bro.
West, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my brother, man, from the Bay Area, man, Richmond. Salute, man. Coach K-Dub. Hey, Slim Reaper, what you say, fam? He say Coach sniffing around them Florida Leonard fanboys now. Slim Reaper. Hey, Slim Reaper, let me have it. He said you sniffing around the Florida Leonard fanboys now, Coach. Hey, Slim Reaper, no, man. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. I can promise you that ain't it, my brother. Everything I'm saying, my brother, today is just based on the interview. Based on the interview with Floyd. I mean, based on the interview with Tank and Gillie The Kid. And you know what I mean? And I went back and I thought about it. I'm like, man, I've been clowning. I've been clowning Leonard and those guys. And I'm like, you know what, man? Damn, just based on what Tank said, if he ain't really calling these guys out, and I've been hearing from Tank fans that he does want those fights, and he has been calling them out, well, he's saying the total opposite, that he hasn't been calling them out. So I'm like, if he ain't really been pushing for him, then maybe that's why his promotion company ain't been doing it. And he's a multi-millionaire right now. So I want you to factor all of that in, my brother. But I get where you're coming from, but that's not the case. I can promise you that. Leonard still got me blocked on Twitter. I give two F's about that. You know me. So caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis, I mean, what's up, bro? Curtis from Long Beach. Talk to me, fam.
What's going on, man? My boy from Richmond was going off, man. I was with him until he said Josh Taylor, man. I don't think you realize how big Josh Taylor is. Man.
Yeah, I was like, hold on. He said Josh Taylor. Hold it now. I don't know about that now.
That's a tough ass fight, man. That dude like 5'11". He got a long reach and he's aggressive, man. So I don't know about that one, man. You know what I mean? But as far as Tank going with Aram or one of the other ones signing a slave contract, what else is he going to do? It's not going to necessarily be a slave contract because everybody's admitted from, Eddie Hearn to De La Hoya. Can't say for sure Aram, but I know for sure DeBella, they've all admitted that Tank is a cash cow.
Yeah, I don't. When people say slave, they get slave contracts from Top Rank. They never give me an example. Like, what's a slave contract at Top Rank? I don't get where you're coming from. Like,
it's not because it's just that in certain situations Top Rank just don't, and it's just like every other promotional company. They just don't have the fighters for that division. Like for Crawford, they didn't have anybody at 147 for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But as far as Tank Davis, they got a lot of fights for him. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Valdez, Shakur, Haney.
So when they say slave contract, they can't be talking about financials because I don't see anybody leaving Top Rank broke. Like I don't see anybody. Even when Floyd Mayweather left, he was a multi-millionaire. So, and I'm not checking nobody's pockets, but when they say slave contracts, I like that's always confused me. Like now, if you say Don King has slave contracts, you can say that because his son got 50% for being the manager, then he took his 33% from being the promoter. So when you giving up 83%, you know what I mean, of your purse that you gross, that's a slave contract. So I mean that's but I digress. Go ahead, my brother. I'll let you wrap it up.
Yeah. No. It's just where else is Tank gonna go to get these fights? You know what I mean? And I think the situation with Floyd is, Tank didn't ask for the fights because he probably knew Floyd wasn't gonna make them. You know what I mean? I don't think it says anything bad about Tank. It's just that when you're in a situation where it's not going to get done, what's the point of asking? Floyd told the world, we're not working with anybody else. So who was Tank going to fight?
Yeah, he did say that.
You can ask for Lomachenko all you want. Yeah, you can ask for Lomachenko all you want, but if our boss has made it clear that he's not going to make the fight, what am I doing? You know what I mean? It was just like Crawford when he was calling for Spence.
Yeah, but I look at that on two ways though. It's like you say, Crawford called for Spence. Nothing happened. It's not because he didn't want the fight, not because he didn't try to make the fight. His promoter wasn't able to make that fight happen for him. So as it relates to Tank Davis, and now I'm looking at this kind of different now. Yeah, you may say, well, Tank never called for the fights, but he didn't call for it because he knew Floyd wouldn't make it. Okay, that might be a valid argument. Guess what? Now your contract is going to be up after Rolly Romero. What's going to be your excuse this time?
I mean, well, Tank really don't have no excuses because he never said he didn't want to fight anybody. And, so, I mean, he's not out here like Ryan Garcia calling dudes out and not taking fights. You know what I mean? He's just not saying anything. So I don't think you can really get on Tank, now how he moves after this, if he, it's on him. You know what I mean? But pretty much it's his fans talking. It's not Tank.
Okay.
So I can't really say nothing down about Tank. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we can't blame Floyd. We can't blame Floyd then. That's all I'm saying. We can't blame Floyd. And apparently they had a mutual agreement, business arrangement. Hey, We gonna put the fighters in front of you. This how much money we gonna pay you. You cool with it? Yeah, I'm cool with it. All right, fine. Let's leave it at that. So we can't. So really, what I'm saying is we can't blame nobody. Basically, Tank was cool with everything what was going on. He was cool fighting the Mario Barrios and Rolly. Well, he don't want to fight Rolly Romero, but you know the level of competition he's been fighting, he was cool with that. So if that's fine, then you know it was mutually agreed upon and understood between both parties. From what I see.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. You know, you can look at it from Floyd's point of view too. It's like, you know, this is the road that I took on my way out. Floyd's just missing that. You know, Tank still got to take the road that you got to on your way in. You know what I mean? So Floyd's doing it the way that he left off. Like, then we're gonna take all these, you know, bank robberies. You're gonna knock these dudes off, and you're gonna get paid handsomely. Yeah. You know what I mean? And these other dudes gonna come to you, and when they come to you, you're gonna be able to dictate the whole fight.
All right, hey, listen, man, Curtis, man, shout out to you, fam, for calling for Long Beach. Curtis for Long Beach, man. What's happening?
All right.
Salute to my brother Curtis for Long Beach, man. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, guys. You know, this show. Hey, I ain't never had no show like this. This is strange. The energy is different. I got that DC and Baltimore energy. You know what I mean? This is no way. Hold on, what the how we got over here? You know. But anyway, shout out to Evan Castillo for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, Coach, Tank saying F belts should have been a clue. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. You hit the nail right on the head, Edwin, when he said that forget the belts. You know what I mean? You're right about that. That probably I would believe that came from Floyd. To be honest with you, if I was to put a finger to that, I would believe that probably came from Floyd. Floyd probably like, look here, man, don't worry about these belts. Pay all these sanction fees. We're just gonna fight these dudes. You're gonna make the money that you're gonna make. Don't worry about the belts. You know what I mean? Don't worry about going to Australia to fight no Cambosos. Man, forget him. He ain't nobody. We making more money than him anyway. So that probably you know, again, it goes back to what I'm saying. Whatever arrangement they had, promoting the company and fighter, it's working for them. And it is what it is. That's all. So other than that, man, y'all got me. Y'all trying to put me in some DC and B-more beef. I ain't from DC or B-more. I'm from West Tampa, Florida. That's where I'm from. You know what I mean? All the other shit, I'm like, God damn, no, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You got to choose sides now. You got to choose sides. What the fuck this got to do? I'm talking about Gillie The Kid and taking the interview and Floyd and Leonard and why he ain't fighting these fights and stuff like that. And this shit done went somewhere else. Oh, boy. Shout out to the queen, man. The queen, Lisa Bales, man. I didn't know the sister was in here, man. Shout out to the queen.
But this ball been taking the easy matches. Fighting other balls.
It is what it is, man. It really though, man.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Look here, man. Look here. Hey, man, as soon as I finish this fight, I'm leaving. I ain't coming. I'm leaving. I'm finna go test the free agency market to see how much money I can make.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's what it's gonna be. Hey, bless ain't Coach Spook. Bless is so messy, boy. She is so messy. Bless ain't Coach Spook. Y'all got Coach Shook. He think about shutting down the YouTube channel. Coach think about shutting the channel down. They got Coach Spook. Nah, Bless. Nah. I'm just bullshit. I'm just bullshit. You know I'm just BSing around. But nah, you know every city, any country you go in got politics. You know what I mean? There's always politics, especially inside the penitentiaries and stuff like that. That's anywhere you go. It's politics. It is what it is, man. It ain't got nothing to do with, you know, Tank Davis fighting and stuff like that and Floyd Mayweather and none of that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But it is what it is. How that seeped into the conversation, it is what it is. But hey, look, Kim, let's give everybody a round of applause. Everybody a round of applause, man. Shit, you know how we do it. Hey, but this was a good show today. I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoyed this show.
This nigga's scared.
I really enjoyed this show, man.
They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Hey, man, look here, man. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let's do this. Make it refresh the screen one time. Refresh the screen one time, man. It is what it is, man. You know how we gonna do it, man. Let's go ahead and give everybody a shout out. OJ the Jew Man style. You know how we do it. OJ the Jew Man style. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to Ronald Finkley. Shout out to Big Hector Garcia. Shout out to Drumming Full Life. Shout out to Ralph Reacts. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Shout out to Arthur Hawkins. Shout out to Mr. Pragmatic. Shout out to Jason Dockery. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to the Queen Lady Shan. Shout out to Just the Fan. Shout out to W Right Side. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to my brother Major Key, not right down the road from the boy in the O. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Shout out to Arnold Moketsi. Shout out to Manny 209. Shout out to William Sargentson. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to Mike from Boston. Shout out to Bush the Can Man. Shout out to Troy Graham for B More. I should have had Troy on here too. I should have had Troy on here. Troy, talk to me, but Troy too long with it. Troy too long with it. Yeah, he too long with it. Boy, we have some windy dudes on here today, boy. Shout out to Mike from Boston. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Shout out to AV Sounds. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Two Matador. Shout out to Miguel Chartico. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter. My brother True Gritter, man. I see my brother today, man. Man, that dude about 6'6". Don't nobody better not be talking about putting no pause on True Gritter. That's my brother though, man, from B-More, man. Salute to my brother, man. Good dude, man. Solid cat. Shout out to the Queen Fissiana Fights. Shout out to Misfit. Shout out to Retro Boss and the documentaries. Anybody talking about putting up on Blood by 6'4". He about 6'4", 230. I don't think you want to do that. Shout out to Schoolo X-Mine. Shout out to my brother Mark Nash from the ATL. Shout out to Rider of the Storm. Shout out to Carl Hansen, call from down under Australia. This is the only like really he represent what the brother name is, the dude name Killer Cam. He represent Killer Cam to the fullest. Shout out to Philly Fly. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Hey Bless, you gotta start starting stuff too. Let's say they got Coach Shook. Nah, Bless, I ain't shook. You know what I mean? But I like that. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. Shout out to Ace Sneed. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to Mr. Pass. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells, my sister. Shout out to my brother Smith and West from Detroit. Detroit dudes. Oh my God. I got some stories about Detroit, boy. I'm telling you, boy. Detroit ain't nothing to play with, boy. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing, man. And let's give everybody a shout out. Let's give everybody a shout out who called, and then we're gonna reach out to the other people who are in the chat as well. Shout out to Reggie from KC. Shout out to Carl Hansen from Australia. Shout out to Sean from Las Vegas. Shout out to my brother, man, Boxing Logic United, man, my brother Myron from DC. Shout out to Rob Boy Fresh from DC. What up, Slim? Shout out to Jaime from New York. Shout out to James from Atlanta. James, who grew up with he came up with Tank Davis' sister, mother. That's what he say. Shout out to Hawk from Maryland. Shout out to Coach Doug from Richmond, California. Shout out to my brother Curtis from Long Beach, man. And let's see, man. Let's get it on. Shout out to Con Shinery, man. Shout out to my brother Ronald Finkley, man. Shout out to Ronald Finkley, man. Shout out to T Culture. Shout out to Tony Kelly and the boys. Shout out to Edwin Castillo. Shout out to my brother Hector Garcia, man. Big Heck. Shout out to Con Shinery. Shout out to Jerome Benjamin. Shout out to who else we have in the building, man. Killy Boxing, salute to you, fam. Killy Boy in the building. Shout out to Mr. Sorry about that, guys. Mr. Boxing Moves. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to my brother Knockdown 305. Dade County in the house. Dade County ain't nothing to be playing with neither now. Dade County. Hey, shout out to Vice. Vice, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Cool K Forever. Shout out to Monica. Shout out to the Queen Monica. Shout out to Nikiji, Drumming Full Live. I think I got everybody that's here. Lynn, L-E-N, what's going on, fam? Shout out to my trolls, haters, and detractors. Salute to you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, listen, Jason Mones, you've been stalking me, boy. You can call tomorrow. Anytime I get a call, guys, that says no caller ID, that's Jason Mones calling me. This is my personal stalker. I've never been stalked by a man before. Never in my life. Never been stalked by a man before. You know what I mean? But hey, man, it is what it is. But hey, guys, once again, it's our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. Tune in tomorrow, man. 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be here. We're going to be here. The old boy going to be here. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never been stalked by a man before. But listen, dog, if you're going to call, at least show your phone number. Don't be stalking me and trying to disguise your voice, a.k.a. VA Money Group. We know who you are, okay? So I just didn't want to tolerate you today. You know what I mean? But you can call tomorrow and, you know, and if you want to talk boxing, we can talk boxing. But you got to drop a dub. If you, listen, Jason Mones, you got to drop a dub if you want to get any conversation from me. That's the only way you get on. That's the only way you get a conversation. Cause you my stalker. So if you're gonna stalk me, you gotta, you know, you gotta make it worth my while. If you're gonna stalk me, $20 super chat. Matter of fact, you probably need to send that cash out. $ New Media Today USA, and then you can drop a dub. I'll let you call in, baby boy. We can talk about 4-5 minutes, and you can threaten me and do what you're gonna do, whatever the case may be. Say what you're gonna say, and then drop another dub, and you can call back some more. We can do it all over again, okay? But I ain't never had a man stalking me on the goddamn phone, bro. You need to get a life, get a girlfriend, get you some poo nanny, and leave me the hell alone. Other than that, that's it. It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. Let me hit y'all with this here, though, man.
The fuck you all rolling up on for, cuz? He must don't know. He can't know. Huh? He can't know.
You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.